Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roll20 Presents Tomb of Annihilation. This is episode the 5th. And if I've been looking forward to it for a long time.
Yes!
Hi everybody.
Off to a fucking flying start out the gate, just immediately into.
I'm sad to announce that I will be quitting the show and any other. I'll never talk to Adam ever again.
Unfortunately, this is going to be the 32nd episode where everybody leaves because I'm the worst person alive.
In other news, it's Friday the 13th and we're all gonna die.
Oh, that's true. It is Friday the 13th.
It is, yeah.
This episode brought to you by Spooky Moms and Hockey Masks. So hi everybody, hello and welcome. We have but a mere 3 hours to adventure in the fine jungles of Chult. So let's keep this roll call right quick.
Never mind the jungles. We're in the dungeons of Chult.
That's right, the upper dungeons of Chult.
The sky dungeons of Chult.
Oh, Sky Dungeons of Chult sounds like a really bad
It sounds like
novel.
it sounds like a, what do you call it? Like a, what was that one we did? The White Plume Mountain type dungeon?
Definitely, yeah, like a fun house, the Sky Dungeons of Chult. It sounds like I was about to tease R.A. Salvatore, but then I remembered whose house we're in. Hi, R.A. You're great. Everything's good. So let's call roll here. I'm looking for Ishi Snaggletooth, Kobold Fighter.
Oh, you're looking for Ishi Snaggletooth. Well, you found her. Hello, yes, Kobold Fighter right here. Yes.
So everybody's level 2 now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. We have a level 2 barbarian Furbolg named Little Fox. Perfect. Beautiful. Inspiration. I like how you've arranged your character such that you can get inspiration for not doing anything.
No, I get inspiration for pounding things to a bloody mess with my bare hands.
Yes.
That's what I get it for.
Silently, though, in a quiet way. Party nerd, Malik Al-Gharib. Hello. Level 2 sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you excited? Are you excited for level 3? Have you decided what sorcerer you want to be?
You got to live first.
Do you know what you're going to be when you grow up if you don't fall off a ladder and fall 300 feet and die in the jungle?
I'm going to be meta magic something.
Fantastic.
Meta magic's good.
You're going to tap some swamps.
Probably.
And last but not least, everybody's bluest friend, Arcturus Vuvuzela? Vaseline, vacuum cleaner. How do you pronounce your last name? I'm sorry, I don't speak Triton. All right, I'm not trying to be offensive here.
I'm not a member of the Flaming meme about Sungwon? The meme of like,
oh yes,
like English speakers can't pronounce non-English names.
Surface dwellers, man. It's because I don't have the gills for it. Specialized equipment.
It's Vivaxa.
And you are a cleric, a mighty cleric.
Yeah, a Triton Tempest cleric, level 2.
Nice. And expert fisher person.
Yeah, I've been doing
expert.
Expert fish person.
Both.
I've been doing a fairly good job feeding myself and not giving a shit about anyone else.
Is Arcturus eating a tuna like us eating a gorilla?
No.
A tuna is not that close to.
I mean that's why I had to ask.
Why?
Yeah.
No.
Listen, these are the important hard-hitting questions we need to ask here on.
It's definitely not like Ishi
Tomb
eating
of
a gorilla.
Annihilation.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, Ishi can eat.
So you're just gonna assume that anything that lives in the ocean is related to Triton.
I mean,
God damn it, Adam.
You're being extremely.
Do landwalkers not feel weird about eating other landwalking animals?
Exactly. Is that cow not related to you in some way?
I mean, if you weren't like such an unknown, if you were like a better known anthropologist, maybe these wouldn't be things that we were so ignorant about.
Maybe you had tenure
I mean, as an anthropologist, my job is not to spread the knowledge about my culture, but to learn about yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, the sequel to this show is going to be Thesis of Annihilation, and it's just going to be 3 hours a week, every week of just academic debates and library research. So,
I hope
but like D&D related though.
Yeah, it'll all be D&D though. You'll make a lot of knowledge checks.
Is this what passes for quickly getting to the adventure for us?
Jesus. All right. So there's anyone who has arachnophobia. Thanks for coming. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay,
Because
bye.
Oh yeah, we were about to
Spider
get killed by giant
time.
spiders. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I'm leaving.
So in pursuit of the mask of Azaka Stormfang, high atop the mighty tower of Firefinger, our heroes have begun a long and deadly climb to hopefully retrieve the mask and hopefully not fall to their demise, their collective demises. Maybe individually they'll fall to their demise.
I'm voting on the falling to one's demise.
You are currently on the first level of Firefinger, a once proud and noble statue or tower with an ancient purpose, but now semi-hollowed out lair to horrible spider types. So let's fight them, shall we?
Let us stab them.
Let us unto
Can I
them
talk to
deliver
them?
a killing.
Unto them, I wish to deliver a sharp implement.
Yes, please. Roll your initiative, and we shall begin the ritual.
My Roll20 is
Fuck
loading.
you, spotters.
There we go.
Hello? Oh, here we go.
Whoa! Whoa!
Wow, you're so fast, Ishi.
Wah, wah, wah.
Ishi is like lightning.
All right, and then Azaka. Sorry, buddy. Azaka's character sheet's all over the place. Here we
Like
go.
tiny red lightning.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
I decided I don't like spiders.
The initiative has been determined. Now, you'll note you're all jammed up in these tunnels. Many of you, actually, none of you aside from Arcturus have anywhere to go. Arcturus, you have a little bit of maneuvering room down this way. But yeah, up here, Malik and Ishi, you'll be fighting back to back. And I guess you could jump down into the pit. It's a 10-foot drop. But it's certainly an option.
Also, webs down there, I think.
Yeah, not to a thickness that, like, if you
Okay,
look,
it's
look
just
up,
like,
their
look.
webs are mostly up in the
Okay.
ceiling region. But Ishi, a spider lands in front of you, bearing its venom-dripping fangs. What do you
I
do?
attack.
Good. That's a smart move. You strike the spider. Oh my God, you just spear the thing right through. A single terrible blow, and you puncture the spider.
Fucking crack a slam up on that spider. I think what happens is that the spider just falls and lands on Ishi's sword. Yeah.
Damn, spider kebabs. So
Yeah.
the giant wolf spider, before it even has a chance to leap on this prey, it tumbles to the ground. Little fox. It just now occurs to me. That the only person who actually should be acting on this round is Little Fox. I'm gonna give you that free one, Ishi.
Well, because the spider just fell on
The
the
spider just
sword.
fell on you.
Yeah.
So we'll do Little Fox, we'll do the spider, and then we'll go back to the beginning, and then start again. So
Okay, right, because everyone else got surprised except
everyone
me.
else got surprised
Yeah.
except you. I forgot about that part, but that's okay. Little Fox, go ahead.
I smashed Spooter with hammer.
Which one? The one menacing Malik, or the one? To
Yeah, the one next to me and Malik.
You rage.
And it's like right there. Yeah. Okay.
Do I bother to?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Everything is life or death right now.
How many rages
I
do you
think
have?
this is true. I have 2 rages, so I will activate my rage and
Yeah.
Okay.
then maul this thing.
You absolutely do maul
Just
it. Yep.
does a 20 hit? Yes, I hope so. And I do 13 damage.
It is also destroyed. You're just doing it.
They drop out of the ceiling, and like looking back, people will be like, "Why was Little Fox pulling her hammer out?" So like it's like in advance of knowing that they're there, she just like has a feeling about it, and then just like pulls it out and just smashes this thing out of the air, and it goes and like hisses and gets stuck in its own webs.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, literally, it falls and you just
Spider
bat it out of the air like a
everywhere.
pinata.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ugh.
So
No candy in this pinata, Adam.
the two remaining spiders, one of them attacks Azaka. They have advantage on these rolls because they're hidden from these particular people. Oh damn! Azaka takes a crit. So the spider lands on her back. She screams in surprise, and it buries its poison fangs in her neck. So she takes some damage. And then she needs to make a saving throw against DC 11. Thankfully, her Constitution is one of her better scores.
But it's not good
Unfortunately,
enough.
she did not roll very well.
So she just took 24 damage,
She did. That's a lot of
and
damage.
it's gonna.
It's like looking into a grim future for yourselves.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, she grabs at it and screams and kind of falls to her knees, trying to like grab it or throw it off of her in a bit of a panic. Arcturus, here comes one for you. Same thing, got advantage, and that's a hit for 10.
Can I take reactions on surprise rounds?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Yeah. But you can make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that was 10 damage, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And a con save?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Isn't the poison damage being rolled as part
Is
of the
it already part of the macro? Because some creatures do.
It's 2d6.
Oh yeah, it is. It all rolls it. So it's just 10. You're fine, and I'll refund. I'll refund some.
Wait. No, but it says and they must make.
It's 10 if you fail. I haven't looked at your result yet.
So I take 4.
Yeah.
then?
So you just take the piercing. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
half.
Thanks for noticing that, Dave. Yeah.
It's half on a
half as much. So I take 7 damage.
Yes.
So many different damage rolls.
Yeah. So Azaka takes 4 instead of 8.
No, Izaka would take
6
just
plus
she
the
wouldn't take
17 minus no.
She wouldn't take
just takes
any
that.
of that second 2d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Whew.
I'll just recalculate it. Yeah, thanks for noticing that, Dave. That's important. So 6 for the piercing, and then 17 for the poison. Okay. All right. So yeah, they just drop into attack. That's like their whole thing. Everyone is too startled to respond, except we get back to the beginning of the round. Ishi, it is your turn.
Malik, duck, crossbow.
Yeah. So you want to shoot past.
Oh, it's me that needs to die.
Oh yeah, that one's dead. Little fox, just move out of the way, I guess.
And she like
It's between the legs.
Yeah.
right? She like
between
lifts
the
one of
legs.
her legs up and like leans against the wall to try to like give you space to shoot. Yeah.
Let me
Oh,
just
gosh.
see.
No dice.
Oh yeah, okay. It doesn't matter. I was gonna say, I was gonna check if your allies make for cover, but yeah, no problem. So you just fire between your legs. It's a wide miss. Azaka's like flailing around, not making it easy, and yeah, your crossbow.
I mean, this is just Ishi loading the crossbow, and as she brings it up, firing it directly into the ground, and then they're not being a bolt. Like
right. Malik, the crossbow bolt is like sticking out of the stone at your feet. Lil Fox, full of rage.
Yeah, this spider that's on top of my friend is gonna get also smashed in a surgically precise way that will not hurt my friend.
Okay.
I swear. We're gonna be just fine. Oh, if only. It's a 14.
14 is a hit. Yep.
It takes 15 damage.
Nice.
Well-
It is dead.
So I think with this one, she like grabs the spider and like pulls it off, and then like two-hand over its swing as it's trying to like right itself, she just like smashes it into the ground.
Nice. Okay. So there is one last giant wolf spider who will probably make the last attack of its life on Arcturus,
Don't touch me.
and doesn't have advantage this time, so your armor protects you.
Don't touch me.
Malik.
Yep, I don't need to use any spells, I don't think, to help on this. I will just firebolt.
Okay. Yeah, you got a clear shot there, no problem.
Pew!
Whoa, good hit. Well, I spoke too soon. And you tried, and that's what counts, is that you tried. You made an effort, and you Suddenly, the cavern smells slightly of mildly scorched spider.
It's like the sand is like the sleepy dust you get, like in your eyes when you wake up.
I had a friend, one of the first times I ever played Dungeons and Dragons, who described taking 3 damage as, "Oh no, I cut my fingernails too short."
Yeah,
Which I thought was nice. I always think of that, even years and years later. Malik, you don't really. I mean, you could move past Ishi if you want to move.
Yeah, I'll move back there.
Okay, all right. Cool. Arcturus, there's a spider. You've managed to get it off of you. It's on the floor in front of you, but it's got its legs up and it's kind of like batting at you.
I'm going to take a bludgeoning object and whack at it until it dies.
A sound tactic.
Hopefully.
You strike it with your warhammer.
Fuck yes.
All right, it deals.
It's not
enough to kill it, but you injure it. You and Malik, you're wearing it down.
Wait, did you hit something with your?
Yeah.
Is this the first time?
I think maybe.
I thought you had a trident.
I do, but I also have a warhammer.
Okay.
Azaka comes around steps over the smushed spider guts on the ground, and then she makes an attack with her scimitar on the spider that is fighting you.
I'm trying to look more badass.
She misses on her first swing, and she hits on the second swing, finishing the thing off. And just like that, the spiders are exterminated. So she takes a swing. It sort of crab walks sideways, bounces her sword off of the wall, and then she buries the machete in its back. It makes one last whining sound and then falls limp at your feet. She looks at you. And can you make a perception check for me real quick while this thing is dying?
Sure, yeah.
Thanks.
9.
Okay. All right. So you're breathing hard. Maybe your vision's a little blurry from getting attacked. And she looks you in the eyes and she's like, "Are you all right?" And like grabs you by the shoulders.
And I was like doing the whole like I don't like spiders like grimacy thing and like whacking at it really not actually like well, just in like panic. And then she like kills it and she like touches me and I'm like, yes,
I'm fine.
Yes, I had like thank you. Yes, I'm fine.
When she turns over her shoulder to look at you, little fox, and she says, "Good eye. You're quick too. Shame we can't say the same for the rest of us. Well, good work."
And she just kind of like shrugs while holding this massive hammer, like, and like puts it away.
Drip.
Oh, they're all gone then. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, Malik comes back out of the cave like, "Oh, is the danger past? Are we good?"
Yeah. So you're all kind of still crowded in this little cavern. But where to go? What do you want to do? There's the divot, and then there's a little cave on the other side.
And I was gonna make a running jump.
Little Fox is just gonna drop down into the pit now that we've like dealt with the overhead spiders. She like takes a quick look up, obviously.
Yeah, there's some webbing up there, and maybe you see the brightly colored, though blood-stained, like feathers of some birds that they caught that flew in here.
Yeah, and the little like bundles that they've drained of their.
Yeah, exactly. And there's some miscellaneous bones on the ground. But no big like thick webs, no like people hanging up there being like,
anything interesting?
Yeah, and she like just doesn't say anything and like puts a hand down on the ledge and like drops down like in a controlled way. I don't just like fall 10 feet.
I mean, 10 feet for you is not that big a deal because you're like 8 feet tall, right?
She's 8 feet tall. Yeah.
And you can just reach up and like with your arms like grab Ishii and pull her down.
If she wanted to. But like now that I'm down on the ground, I like do a quick little survey of this area as well.
Okay. Just debris, rubble. Nothing of any obvious value here.
And it's like 10 feet down and then 10 feet back up.
Yeah, more or less.
It's consistent. Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, she just like gestures to Ishii and like reaches up so she can like grab you and.
I guess we do have to get across, but I can probably jump this.
And she gives you this look of like, yeah, okay, but you don't need to be like the hero.
I want to be very.
But why? And then like sticks her hands up.
Yeah, I want to be very impressive. And if Ishii says that, I'm going to be like, well, Azaka's right here. And like, I could jump this and be very impressive. And that'd be, yeah. And so I think that's what Arcturus is going to try to do.
I'm already like getting picked up by Little Fox. And,
because
like,
from where Little Fox is standing, it would be really easy for her to just pick you up and deposit you over there.
Because yeah, like if she's 8 feet tall and she puts her arm over her head, that's like 11 feet.
Yeah, so it's like minimum. There and then over there. Yeah.
Yeah, so she just like puts you over there.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stay down in the pit to catch Arcturus when he falls in.
I'm not gonna fall.
All right.
So if I take a 10-foot running start, I can jump like how long is it?
Your strength score.
So 16 feet, and that's 15. So it won't be
It would be from here to here. So yeah, you could. I mean, I'll make it. I'll give you a like an athletics check to do it gracefully.
And
You'll do it no matter what. But
here's the thing too: is it's the platformer issue of like, did you jump right at the edge? Did you jump a little early?
You came too short. You just like Mario straight into it. You jump, you hit the block, and you're just like, funk.
Oh, is it asshole Mario? Yeah, where there's the coin block there to control your jump vectors.
yeah, I mean, here's the thing: if you want to look cool, doing
I
this
want to
jump-
look
okay,
cool.
so I will get you that. That does complicate it. I'll get you to make a, I don't know, make a DC 10 athletics check.
do you cast guidance?
No.
Okay, you don't pray first.
No.
All right.
Dear
I need
Lord,
my God to
let
help
me
me.
impress this babe
Yeah.
in thine mercy.
There you go.
14. Can I look cool?
Yes. Describe it.
No, he just like looks around and like
don't you John Harper me. I want a description of
No.
this shit.
Excuse me, what was I doing
I've got it.
right
I've got
now?
All right.
it. I've got it.
I don't
She
need to say
runs-
anything evidently.
Apparently.
She runs, puts her hands down, like crouches up like a frog, and springs.
No,
across the-
I'm not a frog.
Blue Jay,
Right
describe for us your jump. I don't know why everybody else is doing.
Arcturus, what is your...
I don't even care anymore.
All right, fine. Don't then. You make a jump.
It was okay.
It's a
Imagine the
perfectly
coolest.
I was gonna
sexiest
describe it,
jump.
but then everyone else decided.
Today on Everyone is Arcturus. Okay. But seriously though, what does your cool running jump look like, Arcturus?
I mean, Arcturus is standing there, and Azaka is right there, and Ishi says something like, I could probably jump this, and Little Fox is just like, come on. And then Arcturus is like, yeah, that would be really cool, jumping over this pit. Like, Azaka would probably be really impressed with me. But he doesn't say that. But anyway, so he like looks over, and like she's not crossed yet. So he's like, yeah, she'll definitely see. And then he just like does this like it's probably looks absolutely ridiculous, especially in armor, but it's definitely like a very like almost balletic like jump. Like it's way
He does a jeté.
yeah, it's ridiculous looking.
You do a little like Yuri on Ice spin in the middle. Nice. Yeah, I mean Azaka sees this happen, certainly.
No, I liked your Ishi voice, by the way.
Yeah,
Blue
good
Jay.
Ishi impression. All right, so Azaka climbs down and climbs back up to the side. But while everybody is doing this, Ishi, you can see the cave on the other side. So there's a howling, there's a whistling of wind, and if you look up, you can see that there's a hole above you that goes.
Oh, like
further
just
up.
here?
Yeah, you can see the hole. It's that dotted line there.
An impossibly great distance of 12 feet above you, there is a hole in the ceiling.
Yeah, the ceilings here vary between 5 and 15 feet. This one, if like you could for you it's a little hard because chimneying it would be a little bit difficult, but it's pretty rough on the outside. Like this isn't a well or anything.
I
You
got
got sharp little fingers.
fingers, yeah.
If somebody boosted you up, you could probably try to climb up to the next level from inside.
I think I found the way up to the next level. I will wait for help before I try and climb up there.
So were you whispering to just then?
To Arcturus.
I believe that whisper was for you. Yep.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could help if you want to go.
We should wait for the others.
They're on their way. This cave isn't that big.
Yes, but I'm more worried about what is up there and not what.
Well, you're a famous duelist.
Fine, boost me up.
Okay. And so Arcturus is like doing the whole like, cheerleader boost. Like, you're really small. So
Yeah, I mean, Ishi weighs like a grand total of about 35 pounds.
While this is going on, I think Malik is asking for help to get across. He can't jump this. He's not an athletic man.
Yeah, so Malik's like looking down over the edge of the pit.
Yeah, and Ishi just like reaches up, and so if you like lower yourself over the edge, she'll just like grab you like one would a toddler and moves you over, like just like holding you over her head. Just
It's
like,
yeah. So for Little Fox, it's a little bit more difficult than tossing Ishii around. But I don't imagine that. I mean, Malik, you've got a bunch of gear, right? Like you've got a pack. With
Yeah,
all your
like
stuff.
all his weight is in his backpack, so you've got to like,
it's like a
tip
little
him backwards slightly, like a
She's got, like,
turtle
one hand.
shell.
But yeah, I mean, she's strength 18, so basically like could carry the whole party on her shoulders.
Literally and metaphorically. So, Little Fox, I guess you're the last one to climb up into that other room.
Yeah, exactly. Because she just reaches up and like.
So as soon as you're all in that other little cavern, that's when the Terra folk dump the boiling oil on you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So yeah, you're in this little cavern that's what, like 15 across, 15 feet across, little sort of kidney shaped cave, rough hewn walls, or not even hewn, just like rough walls made by erosion and wind. And then yeah, there's a section above you that is open to the next area. From here, you cannot see all the way up. No one's vision extends far enough up to see the top of this
Okay, well,
wind tunnel.
I had boosted Ishii, so Ishii can like spider climb up there.
So windy.
Yeah. I mean,
ambiance, kids. All right.
I mean, where is a kobold's best, best biome, if
caves.
not small caves? Yeah.
Kobolds are best in caves.
It's
or
true.
so I
That's
hear.
what I read a sign
I've
once
heard
that said
that kobolds are best in caves.
Yeah.
So I climb up at the front, the vanguard of our group. I climb up this tunnel.
Okay. All right. So make an athletics check for me as you begin clambering up the inside of this.
Can I
windy
make
tunnel.
an acrobatics
No,
check?
you cannot. This is
Dead?
this is
Okay.
climbing.
Damn it. Damn it.
All right. So you get about 10 feet. You slip and you fall.
Onto
So
me.
basically, it goes
Well, so
like this.
here's my question. Yeah. Are you, Arcturus, are you standing directly under the chimney when?
Oh
Ishii
yeah,
falls?
like
Okay.
it's been like she hasn't been climbing for that long, and I'm probably like looking up like how's it going, and then just like kobold.
Okay, so Ishii, you take 2 damage, and
Okay.
Arcturus, you take 3 damage.
Nice.
As Ishii
On
falls
purpose.
on you. Yep. And the two of you kind of like tumble backwards.
Don't worry, I've got the God.
Yeah. It does it. It's not graceful. Yeah, you get a big face full of kobold butt.
Like brushing herself off and like, sorry.
And Arcturus is like the wind was knocked out of him a little bit, and he's like, "You're heavier than how."
Yes, we may be small, but I've heard us described as missile shaped.
Aerodynamic. Perfect. Yeah.
So
Little spiral
Little
on.
Fox is just gonna kind of like shove people out of the way and then just like jump up to the lip of this thing and like grab on and haul herself into it.
And so you like
go
bash
first.
your fingers into the rock and start pulling yourself bodily. We get that shot of like Malik's lantern behind casting like harsh shadows on your like rippling back muscles as you pull yourself up into the chimney.
Yeah, she just like muscles up into it and then does the like chimney
It's-
thing where you're
Yeah, and it's easier
Split.
for you because you can reach. You don't have to cling to one side. You can reach across and like put your
Yeah.
feet up and like.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
go ahead and make a same roll, athletics check.
cool. I'm just gonna mute because there's a car alarm outside.
Okay.
You didn't mute.
That's okay. I'm gonna roll first. Okay. All right. So Little Fox, you can climb all the way up. And what's your? Let me see. What's your? You have dark vision, right? 60 feet.
No, I
Oh,
don't.
you
Or do
don't?
I
Okay.
do Fergulgs? I thought I didn't.
That's right. No, you don't. I just assume everybody does now. You get.
I'm the only one in this party that has dark vision.
Okay, so you get to the edge of the light, and then there's more feet of climbing. Even if Malik holds the lantern directly like up.
I can cast light and send it
hold
up
on.
to you.
Do you need more light? All right, I will turn it into bullseye mode, then it goes like 150 feet.
Nice.
Oh, it,
Okay.
like projects like a cone of light. Yeah. So, you, like,
So
shine
what is
it up.
Malik? What does that look like? Do we see you like fiddling with the little like side panels on your lantern?
Yeah, it's I've found out since there's no reason to have a normal lantern. A bullseye lantern is a better lantern, and also this one. And it's it was made for him. This is like his special archaeologist gear. So it was made as a gift, I think, by his parents before he went off to his first dig, and it's got a like you say, a mechanism for casting out the long beam.
Okay, cool. So that extends the light all the way up the
Yeah.
Okay, so you're casting your own shadow, right? Because you take up a lot of the inside of this area, but you can now see all the way up to the top, and from here you can see that the hole widens slightly, and then there's a cavern, and it looks like there's probably from where you were like another. It's 90 feet total, all the way from the ceiling of the one below up to above. So 90-foot climb. You can finish the climb here if you want and get up to the top.
Yeah, I'm realizing. So let's just quickly flash back to the moment where we had the two ropes tied together and one around my waist as I lead up so that I can drop the rope down, because that's just like
sure. Yeah, I mean, we look down. You've got it like tied around your waist
Yeah.
and over your shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah, and so she gets to the top, she like hauls herself over and then like lowers the rope down. And I'm gonna fumble around a bit in the what I imagine to be dark upstairs area.
Okay.
For something to tie it to.
All right.
Because how could that possibly go wrong, right?
Okay, so you should be able to see a little area around you. Can you see up there?
Yeah, let me just
Yeah,
scrub around till I find it.
It's straight up. Sorry.
Little Fox finds a sleeping Terra folk, ties the rope around their ankle. And
that would be classic. Right?
Did you find yourself, Little Fox?
I'm trying to. I see a black square.
Okay.
Although let me refresh because I've still got a little loading spinner. And
Okay. All right, so it's a small cavern. Everybody in chat can see this one is smaller. It's about 10 feet to a side. There is an open area to the south of you, and right now you're being lit. It's being lit by a fairly impressive looking beam of light straight from below, from the chimney. You do not.
I got a little bit of bounce light to look around.
Yeah,
with.
you don't see anything you could tie it to up here.
Okay, well, worst case scenario, I am a pretty good anchor.
Yeah. I'll give you.
So that's what I'll default to, if nothing else.
Should I go again?
Yes, you or me. You can already see, but I need to take the light up.
I'll go next. Little Fox, hey, are you ready for me to climb up?
And the rope does a little like bounce, and the end kind of like dances around.
Oh, yeah, okay.
and then just clamber up the rope.
Okay, sounds good. Make
Athletics
that.
again.
It would be the same test, but with
Oh my!
advantage, right?
It's the 7 though this time, right? Yeah.
It's still
Is
a
that
fail.
any better?
This time you take 6 damage. So
God damn it!
You've taken 8 damage so far from falling out of this hole.
Screw it, I'm going again.
So climb, fall, climb, fall. 3rd time's a charm, and you manage to get up. So let me drop you. Let me drop you into the other room here.
Oh my god.
All right. So
yeah, Little Fox is just like sitting on the lip of this thing as you climb up, and like picks you up and deposits you on it and like dusts you off and just kind of like frowns and like fusses over you a little bit because you look like you've been like scraped up from falling.
Stop it, I'm fine.
Stop fussing over me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I climb up, I'm gonna heal myself because I'm very hurt.
Hold on, let me go first. Oh,
That's fine. I just I wanted to do that.
Okay. The healing waves of Istitia flow through you, curing
great.
you of your kobold on your head wounds.
It makes me happy.
Also, the spider bite.
Not the whole spider bite, just mostly the kobold wound and then a little
Mostly
bit
the
of
kobold.
Yeah. Who's going up next?
Malik.
Okay, so Malik, you can't climb with the lantern in your hand.
I can
No, I
cast
can-
light, and you can just like have it attached to your pack or something.
Yeah, you can turn that straight off again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll douse it for a second, put it back on the little rung it's got on my pack. And,
I mean, I just have to like. I feel like I should be able to just like stop casting my spell, but I think it might just last for an hour, so we'd have to cover it with like a sack.
I think you can just cancel any spell that you've cast once you've cast it. I think you're
Okay.
allowed to just be like,
And the effect ends.
Okay, then light. Oh, I can dismiss it again with an
okay.
action.
And what are you casting it on?
Just on like something that Malik or I are carrying. And probably Malik, because you got to turn your fire off before you start trying to climb up a
So
chimney.
like a tin cup from his mess kit hanging off the back of his backpack or something.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So this sort of like seen through an aquarium, like flickery bluish light emerges from
it's great.
the cup, casting water patterns on the wall as you begin to climb. Malik, can I get an athletics check from you with advantage because of the rope?
you absolutely can.
Whew, boy. All right, you get it, but you wouldn't have if it weren't for that. If it weren't for that rope.
Thanks, rope.
All right, let me copy and paste you.
Rope is the real MVP. In
Yeah,
this.
seriously. We thought log was cool. Okay, so
I would motion to Azaka and be like, go ahead.
she looks up kind of nervously and then looks at you. And you're in this kind of like there's this very like grotto-y light, right? Like flickering down from above. It reminds you of being deep below the waves. And yeah, so there's this bluish light that is this flickering down into the room, and she looks at you and kind of like looks up and looks sort of nervous.
It's fine. The rest of the party made it. I'll be right down here if you need something to fall on.
She raises an eyebrow suggestively at that.
Well, just go ahead.
She walks over to you, and you're standing under the thing. Do you just stand there and look at her? Like, what do you do?
I mean, I could help her up like I did Ishi, but there's also a rope, so I don't want to like.
I'm asking if you offer to give her a boost.
Yes, Arcturus would be like, "Do you need my help? I don't want to like presume that you don't need help. Obviously, you can probably handle it yourself. But like, if you want help, then I could help you."
Right. Yeah. She puts a hand on your shoulder and starts to like raise one of her legs, so you can put your hands out to give her a boost. Okay. And so you boost her up into the chimney. And for one shining second, her body is close to yours as you boost her up, and away she goes. Let's make a roll and see how Azaka does.
Arcturus is really glad that it's dark, so that she probably can't see him blushing as much.
Yep. Okay, she does the climb. Okay.
10.
And then I'm at the bottom, all alone, and I frantically climb up the ladder so I'm not all alone.
Jump up and grab the rope and start pulling yourself up.
Yeah, the rope, and I'm just like, I don't want to be alone down with the spider corpses. Ah.
Okay. Oh yeah, no problem. You're good. All right, so let me move you into level 2. And for any of the players who have not yet found where you are, there it is.
Okay.
It's a big map. Okay, so Malik, you've adjusted the lantern and filled this little area with light, and you notice, I think, Arcturus, maybe we notice it through you. So as you step out of the chimney onto the ground, plant your feet, you feel at this level the gentle like swaying of the tower in the wind.
I get a little bit.
I was
like,
saying not unlike the deck of a ship.
Like
Azaka,
Arcturus is not purple. He's like more green than usual.
yeah, Azaka looks at you. She helps you up. She pulls you up, and she says, "I can't tell if you look unwell or this is just what you look like."
I don't like shifting and swaying things.
Yeah, she nods and she says, "We'll be back on the ground soon."
Hopefully, voluntarily.
Shall I go ahead? You want me to take a look? I am a little injured, however.
And yeah, little fox makes the shush sign,
I'm being quiet.
and then points down the corridor like she wants you to sneak ahead.
Yes. I will do. I'm gonna go do that right now.
But I love that you think I'm shushing you initially. That's great.
Is there anything that you want me to look out for specifically?
People that want to kill us or things.
Fair enough. All right, I will go and do that.
Yeah, little fox just bares her sharp teeth at the mention of is there anything in particular I need to look out for? And she's just like,
okay.
I would like to stealth my way forward.
Yeah, you get that dark vision too.
I do.
Okay, great. Yeah, go ahead and make the roll, and then I'll let you start moving. Okay, 1 sec. All right.
Where do you want me to
It's okay.
stop
You can keep moving. You are stealthy enough that you do not disturb the things that you just went about.
Okay. What am I seeing here? I can't really.
So you come around the corner, and there are two. There's a cavern. I mean, there's a chamber to your left and a tunnel to your right. The tunnel to your right, you can hear like blowing across the mouth of the tunnel. So you can also see, I think at this point, this tunnel leads out. You can see night sky.
Yeah. I can see outside.
You can see the sky outside. Now, I can't remember. You guys are climbing at night, right?
Twilight.
Yeah,
Dusk.
twilight. So it's getting dark. So you can see the darkness and the very bare edges of the sun dipping on the horizon, and that's off to your right. And then to your left, still sleeping, nestled up like bats on the ceiling, are some familiar and fairly hideous-looking creatures.
Okay.
Something like a cross between a mosquito and a very large bat. You see their leathery wings curled around them. A cluster of sturges. And then at the far end back here in the cave, just around the corner, you can see what looks like a dead body. It is wearing tattered clothes. It's mostly skeletal, but has some desiccated skin and flesh still clinging to its bones. And you can see, torn open on a rock, a coin purse. There are some gold coins scattered on the floor.
Ooh.
Treasure. Whoa.
They're on the ceiling, right?
Yes, they're all on the ceiling.
Gold coins.
So do you want to try to sneak across the room? to get to
Yes,
the coins?
that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. All right. So you start to tiptoe under the sturges, and I think one of them above you rustles its wings and maybe starts to wake up a little. And then you continue.
Okay.
Make one more stealth check. So this is the check for moving in.
Okay.
And I'll see if they notice. Oh dear, that's an 8. That's an 8.
Why didn't you use advantage?
Let's see how.
I don't have an inspiration to. Oh wait, I do.
You should always have inspiration.
It's okay. I trashed you on it. So you get to about here, and the sturges wake up and begin to swarm angrily. Everybody in the other room, I think you notice. They start to flap their wings. They wake up and they turn their beady little sturge eyes on you. And you are surrounded by sturges. What do you do, Ishi, right before we roll initiative? You don't have time to move, but do you shout in panic or?
I made a
mistake. So y'all hear Ishi shout, "I made a mistake," and everyone can roll initiative.
God damn it, Ishi.
I made a mistake. It was good. It was
Oh
pretty.
shit! I'm so ready to save your ass.
It was pretty fluky.
You
rolled really bad, and I rolled a 19 and a 20. They have advantage, and they have a -1, but they rolled really well. You're doing great.
I had to try.
This is less a case of you being incompetent and more the dice screwing you.
Yeah.
You should have been able to get
I have pretty good stealth.
Yeah.
If this was one of my campaigns, you would now die. You just die. Nothing you can do about it.
I'm never playing with you.
We're not playing with you.
I have an 18 AC.
I was about to say, if you're lucky, you could run, but they get to go first. So Yeah, the Sturges begin their terrible assault. I think
Bring it
that,
on.
Yeah, I think that there's enough room here for just all but like one of them to get at you, pretty much. Like I think the one above you is still waking up, but yeah, we'll do 1, 2, 3,
all
4,
right.
5, 6. We'll do 7. 7 Sturges begin to like flap at you and try to bite you. Let's see how it goes.
Of course, you hit me on the first
one.
Yeah.
Yep. Hits you for
Fucking,
6.
of course. God, I hate you.
Okay.
How is this fucking even possible?
Are you still up after
No.
those? Okay. All right. So you get swarmed by Sturges. The first 2 sink their little proboscis blades into you and just drain you dry like a Capri Sun. And you fall to the ground. I
got you. Don't worry about it.
Do you make a sound?
I mean, I fall over.
To the
so
earth?
yeah. Ah!
I got you. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. So the other Sturges, I think, seeing that you're basically like drained, they start to fly out into the hallway. So
okay.
let me see. They start flapping their little wings.
You still have your second wind?
Yeah, but I can't use it while I'm down.
No. I have healing word and
Okay.
spare the dying. You'll be.
All right.
Do I have to spare the dying and then healing word?
No, you can healing word straight
I
away.
can just healing word. Okay, so that's a bonus action even. Cool, you're fine. I'll be there. I'm gonna save you.
I think that one just provoked an opportunity attack off of Little Fox, the one moved into the corner.
Can you take a reaction if you haven't gone yet in the initiative?
Yes. As long as you're not surprised.
Okay.
I
And
think so.
I was moving it there because I was trying to figure out what the deal was with occupying space as a small creature because they're little. But I don't know if that makes
They
any
still took a
difference.
5. I don't believe there's anything that means they can stack up.
Yeah,
on
you
the
gotta
same
be a swarm or whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let it go here then.
That's fine. That's reasonable.
And yeah, actually, you know what? I think go ahead, Little Fox, and make that attack of opportunity, because they're just gonna swarm into the room anyway, looking for hot blood.
Yeah, they're not strategic.
They're not smart enough to
They're-
avoid being attack of opportunity. So yeah.
All right, here it comes. I hit it for 12 damage.
Okay, so yeah, I mean that's the thing is they start to swarm into the room and fly around, and you get one of them. You get to take a swing at one and smash it against the wall.
Yeah, it's just like over Malik's head. The hammer just like into the wall. Like some rocks fall next to you. It like almost killed you in the process. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the Sturges are just flapping around, kind of in a panic, and they've been awoken by blood. Arcturus, you get to go. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be like, I look around to the rest of my party members, and I'm like,
Oh, and sorry, Malik, you get a attack of opportunity on this one as it goes past you, if you want it.
This will be hilarious if I manage to hit with it.
What weapon do you even have in your hand? Like you've got
I have
your
a
lantern.
quarterstaff.
Well, hold on.
Yeah,
So
lantern.
if you have
lantern
a lantern
one
in one
hand.
hand and a quarterstaff in the other, how are you casting spells?
I have to drop the lantern, really.
Okay. I assume you dropped the
Or
quarterstaff.
the quarterstaff,
Yeah,
actually.
because the lantern would break. But yeah, okay. Yeah.
So stuff.
Can we?
I mean,
like, I don't know if you would be walking around in here with your quarterstaff out.
I mean, the thing is that light is
Totally
not
fine.
concentration, so light could have just like been like.
Yeah,
still.
Dave specifically told me he was taking the lantern out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, no, I think that's totally reasonable. I've just climbed up. I don't have my staff out. I don't need it for walking. I won't take the attack of opportunity. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, not to try to like take it away from you, but it just seemed to me like
It's
yeah.
fine.
Okay, Arcturus, you can go.
So yeah, I look around to the rest of the party, and I'm like, I'm going to go check on Ishii. You take care of these, yes, and then just run out of the room. So I know I'm gonna get attack of opportunity, but it's fine. I'm gonna go here, so that would be 2, right?
I say,
Or just one?
wait, if you wait 1 second, I'll get rid of them. Hold.
Arcturus is like already on his way.
I'm moving. Yeah.
Alternately, if your spell is a bonus action, you could take the disengage action and rip through.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the spell is a
Right.
bonus action.
Okay,
So
sure.
Yeah, I'll take the disengage action.
Okay, so you already started to move, but you can stop here, take the disengage action, and then keep moving.
If I'm getting an attack of opportunity for this one that was right next.
Yeah, I already rolled it and it missed. Yep.
Okay, if I don't stop, do I get the attack of opportunity from this one?
You can get to here without provoking any more attacks of opportunity.
No, I mean, but like if I just went through, does it still be an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, like
don't stop.
No, it's the thing that triggers the attack is when you leave this square.
Okay. There's two other guys in here. I think that
They're clinging to Ishii. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just save that. I want to have my action.
So you're okay with the Sturges? You get 3 attacks of opportunity on you if you use a full action.
Because that one is there?
Yeah, all 3 of them threaten this square.
Okay. Yeah, then I guess it's best to disengage. I didn't think about like all 3 of them. I thought it was just one guy because I was moving through a square. Yeah. Then I'll stop, take the disengage action, move the rest of my movement, and then bonus action, healing word for Ishii.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
yeah, because these things would have killed Ishii.
I'll second wind on my turn once I'm up.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Okay, so Ishii, nice, good healing word. Ishii, you're knocked unconscious by the stingers of these creatures, and then, as though you were being dragged up from some great depth of darkness, you are restored to life.
And I feel like when you like healing word, like when you like get up out of like when you get healing worded, you get like it's like when you're not actually wet, but you feel like a little bit like damp.
Yeah, it's like cold and a little bit wet.
Water in the ear.
But your skin isn't actually wet. You just feel like
cough up a little salt water.
Damp.
Okay.
Yeah, your mouth has got like salt water.
So that was a disengage move or move disengage. Finish the move. Cast healing word. You can hear outside, Arcturus. You can hear some of these things flapping around.
Oh, great.
But Little Fox, it is your turn.
Well, Adam.
Yes.
Glad that you have given me
this square is unoccupiable, and if you from where you're standing, you can attack this one. But I think because they're flying around, you can move through them without any trouble.
Okay, well, what I would like to do is move to here, then, right? Like diagonal.
Yeah, it's like two moves.
Move here and then here, or whatever,
yeah,
right?
That's fine.
I'm gonna rage, and I'm gonna just start hitting these things out of the air.
All right, take a swing.
So that's my last rage for the day.
I'll probably need a rest anyway.
Is a 14 a hit?
Yeah, which of these were you attacking?
I'll attack the one that's in the corridor.
The one in front of Malik?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it takes 14 damage.
Toast.
And it's just like as she's passing through, just for color, right? It's like as she's walking through, she just like smashes it out of the air and then like goes to get the other ones and is like trying to bat them with her hands and just like shouting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So let me add this won't last long enough for your rage to go away, but it's good practice to get into.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So move, bonus action for rage, and then you're done. Okay.
On a player level, I'm sorry, everyone, that I created this situation that we're in.
Azaka, it's not your fault. It's the dice. That was like, you had the stats for it. You had the skill. Okay, so Azaka is going to make an attack on the Sturge nearest her, and she kills it. Okay, and then she doesn't really have anywhere to go, so I think she's done.
She can totally move through.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to get in Little Fox's way, right? Because Little Fox is like barreling through the hallway.
She can move to this
I
point.
am a whirlwind of destruction.
Yeah, she's not that into just standing and protecting you, Malik, so...
She can hit it if she moves there.
That
got
one?
a second attack.
Yeah, that's true. But she's not going to. Your turn, Malik.
Okay. That is fine. So Malik moves 1, 2.
Okay.
I can't see a third one. That's frustrating.
Just two shot one of them.
Yeah, we'll move there. We will shock and grasp one of them.
Okay.
Oh, might miss.
Okay. So you lunge out to grab one, but it's too quick.
Yep.
Okay, Ishi, you currently have 2 Sturges attached to you. They'll still drain blood. So you'll want to have some hit points when it's their turn.
Yeah, which is why the first thing I'm gonna do is Second Wind.
Because Second Wind gives you more blood.
Which gives me
Just fills you with more blood.
1d10 plus 2.
Okay.
HP is 9 total extra HP, which brings me back up to a grand total of
16.
Yeah, 16. Thank you. And then I guess I'll try and stab one of them off me.
Okay. Sure.
With a hacha.
Yeah. You hit one.
11 damage.
Nice. It pops. There's all that blood you were missing. So
Ew.
you stab it and it just pops like a balloon.
Ugh.
The other one.
Using Von Saberberg's cloak to like wipe it away.
The other Sturge that is attached to you automatically deals a little bit of damage at the beginning of its turn.
I'm afraid I must level a correction at you, Adam.
Okay.
Because they detach when okay. Oh, actually, it says they detach when a target dies. Does Ishi count as dying when she's reduced?
It says that it does so. It detaches once it drains 10 hit points of blood from the target. The target dies. No, Ishi didn't die. Ishi was just unconscious. And
right,
dying.
she's unconscious. Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Ishi, you take 7 damage.
Oh my
The
god.
Sturge just like hoovers out some of your blood. Tiny insect Draculas. Malik, one of them is going to try to attach itself to you. It misses. And then Little Fox, one is going to do the same for you. And it also misses. And then Arcturus, the 2 that were outside, come back in, and they try to get at you. 1
No.
and 2.
Yes.
Okay, so the second one sticks to you. I'll put a little marker
4
on it.
damage, you said?
And you take 4 damage as it pokes a hole in you, and now it's going to try to
Gross.
slurp up your blood. But that's okay, because it's your turn.
Get this gross thing off of me.
Okay.
Smack. No.
No.
I'm trying not to like hit myself,
Yeah, totally.
but also hit the thing off of me, and I'm just going like,
I love that you ran in with like a plan just to do one thing, but no additional plan after that. It was just like, uh-oh, and then the Sturges fly back in and try to glom onto you.
I didn't know there was some outside.
Sorry, this one is not attached. This is the one that is attached. Okay, all right. Little Fox.
Yeah, so I still have 2 Sturges next to me.
Yes.
Again, I will focus on smashing the one that's next to Malik.
Okay.
Thank
Because-
you.
He deserves my help and needs it desperately.
Okay.
So I hit for 15 damage.
Nice.
And this is all her like doing that thing of like I'm not really looking at it, but I like swing, backhand and just like mush it against the ceiling and then like bat away at this other one. There's lots of that kind of stuff going on.
Nice. Yeah, totally. I don't imagine this isn't just like one swing and a crush. It's like you're grabbing at them and doing all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah, there's lots going on.
The maul is the main
They're
implement of your
buzzing
damage
around.
dealing, but there's other shit happening.
Yeah, she's
okay.
very handsy.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to move. This is the other thing I'm considering. Maybe it would actually behoove me to jog down here, though.
Okay.
Yeah. So, cool. I am done.
All right. So Azaka, seeing that you've not run down the hallway, she runs past Malik, and she'll take a swing at this Sturge that's closest to her.
Save me.
She's trying. This isn't the one attached to you. She hits it, and it dies.
Save me. Hit the other one.
She can't swing around the corner at it, is the thing.
Can't you do more movement?
No, that's it for her too.
Well, I mean, but party squares are. She can't like.
She can't stop in your square to make an attack and then move out of it. You can't occupy the same square at the same time, and stopping to attack, as far as I know, is
Well, but this thing is
stopping.
attached to me, so isn't it technically in my square?
No.
It's in that square. Oh yeah, hold on. No, she didn't actually even hit that one. She gets a second attack on it. I've been shortchanging them on their armor class. They are AC, not 11. That was the spiders. Let's see if her second attack does it.
Ooh.
Basically, any hit will kill them, but yeah, there it is. Okay. So it's all a moot point anyhow. Okay. So Malik, your turn.
Okay. Move down.
Get it off of me.
I take the attack of opportunity from the bottom one as I squeeze through the corridor.
Hits you?
Reroll, please.
Yeah, he's lucky. Okay.
Ugh, still not helpful.
I'll take 4 points of damage then.
Okay. Now here's a question. The Sturge attaches itself to you. Does it move with you when you move? Like, just moving won't take it off.
I mean, I guess so, probably.
Yeah, I guess you drag it along with you.
Well, now you have 3 targets.
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't need me to roll. I'm going to cast Magic Missile and kill 3 of them.
Right, because Magic Missile deals how much? Like, I mean,
1d4 plus 1.
It's 1d4 plus 1.
They have 2 hit points, so.
Yeah, so he goes, so like the thing like latches onto him and he just like spins like the like arrow of glassified sand and just like skewers it and explodes and just like pew, shoots the mill.
Nice. All right. So yeah, they all in varying degrees, they all burst and burn up. And everybody's pretty much everybody's at this point like covered in at least a little sticky Sturge juice.
Gross.
Yeah, and they had just been sleeping, so they were all hungry and emaciated when they came down, and they filled up with your blood, and then you got each other's blood on each other by killing them.
This is incredibly unhealthy.
Yeah, it's really messy. Yeah, not a good scene. All right,
is the gold still visible?
Yes, the gold is absolutely still there at your feet. So Ishi, covered in hot sticky blood, let's take a break. Everybody go take a quick shower, and when we get back, you can get your gold. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Going into part 2 of the climb of Firefinger. There's been some falling, but no one's died yet. It's just been like mildly obnoxious falling and then sturges. But it's time for your just rewards. It's time to get what you caused all this trouble for, Ishi.
Yes.
So, Ishi, do you just like immediately throw yourself at the gold, or?
Well, once it looks like there isn't anything horrible else horrible happening and nobody's screaming or anything, then yeah, I check out the gold.
Okay, all right. So so you throw yourself down at the desiccated corpse. Yeah, it's a person. It's impossible to tell their species now. Their body has been drained of all life. And in fact, I think when you pick up the pouch, the sort of papery remnants of the skin clinging to her bones kind of just crumbles. You take the pouch away, and inside you find 15 gold. There is also on one of their fingers a gold ring with a carnelian inset in the shape of a drop of blood. In the pouch, 2 strange-looking, like maybe onyx figurines. They're carved. They're about like maybe they're gaming pieces or little statues. They're about I don't know, a couple inches. They're black, carved out of black stone, to look like human figures, but with flat, featureless faces, and then a sort of tangled, like squiggle of hair carved on the back. So they maybe are wearing a mask. And then they have little inset white, like opal or mother of pearl or something, markings on their arms and on the face. Yeah, you don't recognize what these are carvings of, but the 2 statues are certainly, the 2 little statues are worth. They're certainly worth something.
I've got the 2 statues, like one in each hand. The ring is on my finger already, so if it's got a horrible problem with it, let me know. And the 15 gold I'm willing to like hand out. But
yeah, so the ring for future referencing, because it's a hassle to like not just tell you. There's 15 gold. The ring is worth 60 gold. And each of the figures you could sell for 50 gold apiece.
Okay.
Annoying, not quite full number.
So I have the gold in my hands and I'm like,
this is what I came in here for. I didn't see the Sturgis when I came in here.
Here's a question, party members. Are we sharing the gold with Izakra?
You're just gonna have this conversation in front of her.
No, I'm asking us, and then we can
so we flash back to a tavern in Port Nyanzaru.
Yeah, I seem to remember the conversation being that as long as we helped her, we could have.
I mean, you also never. She's a guide, not a combatant, right? Like she could very easily, if you're sticking to the letter of the plan, she could just be like, "Okay, have a fun fight." So like, yeah, you know, she has been I'm not saying that you're wrong, but she has been going out of her way to like help you.
I'm fine splitting up 5 ways.
Listen, it doesn't really matter to me either.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't have 43.75 or whatever gold yet.
Coins a piece, and then some things that we can sell.
Okay. So who's gonna hang on to the statues?
I will keep the ring, and I'll give the statues up to somebody who cares more about this kind of thing.
I mean, either myself or Malik would probably be the people that care about fancy statues.
Yeah, I'm interested.
You're an archaeologist, right?
Right.
Yeah, I know. It makes sense that you would look at them.
What they represent as well as how much they are worth.
Would you like to take a closer look at them?
I would love to. I'd love to give them a little examine. History?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie. Where is that? H for history.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Look how smart you are. Yeah, you recognize these things. They are they represent Chultan spirits. They're like about a third of actual scale. Like they're 1/3 scale. The actual creature they depict tend to be around 6 inches tall. Yeah, and these are Chewinga. They're little
Chewinga.
elemental spirits. Yeah, they live in flowers and plants, and if you find them and they like take a liking to you, they can grant you blessings. They're supposed to live in the jungles, and they serve Ubtao, who's an elder god of Chult.
Awesome. Cool. I've made a note of some of the bits there.
Okay, yeah. So you have two Chewinga statues and this ring, and you got some gold.
Neato bandito.
Okay.
Yeah, so like if there was any hesitation in terms of like distributing gold amongst purses, I think that we would have a conversation. But if we've already just been like, it's fine, then 3 gold apiece to including Azaka.
Okay. Yeah. So she takes the coins.
Yeah, just so we know that it's going to come up, I don't sell art objects or treasure that have historical significance. So we'll have to negotiate that.
You can talk about it later when you decide.
Well,
what to
what's
do with
historical significance?
them. I mean, these
belong in a museum? Is that what you're saying?
I also have this artifact belongs in the museum. Yeah.
Well, the only purpose here is that you'd have to take them back to Nyanzaru, figure out if these like what their origins are and what historical or cultural significance they have, and then determine where they end up. But we'll get to that. That's a good point.
I'll be a jerk about it.
Okay, so there's the open, basically the open air lies before you, and you can feel the warmth of the jungle settling as the sun vanishes over the horizon, and the nocturnal animals. Maybe we hear like a jaguar somewhere in the distance.
I'm not sure how much more I can take of this. Honestly,
I think perhaps what we should do is hole up in this Sturge cave for a moment and rest.
Do you need an hour or the whole night?
well, that depends. Would you like a cleric that can heal you or one that cannot?
Fair enough. I think we should set about.
It looks like twilight is almost over. Perhaps dawn would be more appropriate for the continued climb.
We should check what the next part of the.
So Azaka pipes up right when you say that, and she says, "If we climb during the day, the Terra folk will see us on the outside of this tower. Cover of darkness is the only thing preventing them from picking us off the sides and hurling us into the jungle."
Regardless, if we get to the top and we have to fight Terra folk, which I think we're going to, I'm going to need at least an hour.
We can rest for an hour and then continue to climb and then figure out whatever, but I don't have any more spells, so that's something to consider when we get to whatever level.
And you only get your spells back on a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
I think my 2 cents would be that our best bet is to long rest and then like risk, an encounter or whatever, right? Like spend some time waiting until nightfall and then keep climbing.
I agree.
Because otherwise we go off half-cocked. And like, this is
we can't
Andrew the player talking.
Yeah, and that's a
Fox
valid.
just like
Yeah.
crosses her arms and sits in the corner, right? Like
Yeah, and that's a valid conversation to have, right? The out of character conversation, the like what should we do
I
mechanically?
agree.
Because
I agree
it does matter.
Like we need our
Yeah, it's long rest. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, so I think that's the plan.
yeah, Little Fox just looks like concernedly at her tiny kobold friend and like crosses her arms and sits in the corner, just being like, pointing at the ground, just being like, we should rest.
Don't give me that look. I'm fine, but yes, we should stay here.
It'll still be dark-ish. Like if it's dusk,
Yeah.
more or less dusk now. You rest for 8 hours. You should have like an hour of pre-dawn.
Like night into dawn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. Like, and it's a different form of twilight, right? Like we leave like at dawn times, and they
It just
should
puts you on a timer, because if it takes too long to get up there, and it's like,
Yeah.
cool, it's day. You climb the tower to the top as the sun rises, and the Terra folk are all like, "What up?" and they dive all over you. But you're just on a bit of a timer, which is
All
fine.
right, fine.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's worth it to have spells.
I agree.
Okay. So you hunker down in here.
Yes.
All right. Let me
Pile up corpses in the doorway.
check.
Yeah, and like this is as good a spot as any, right? Like,
Yeah, it's like a little tucked away little cave.
I feel like it is. We have
So-
2 entrances, and we can watch both of them.
Yeah. I'll get my spells back.
Wait until we've succeeded or failed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well.
I think Adam needs to determine whether or not we get.
Yeah, whether you
ran-
get interrupted. Yeah, thanks, Dave. Okay, well, I'll give you your experience. So let me get my calculator here because you get experience for the last encounters you were in for those spiders
And the Sturges.
and the sturges. 25. Okay.
Stop. That's loud.
Okay, and then divide that by 5. Okay, everybody gets 80 experience. 92 experience.
Hmm.
Because also I gave you some experience for the climb up the thing because it was dangerous.
Halfway.
Okay, all right, so that's paid.
475 here.
Yep.
Yeah, except for Andrew.
Score.
Who is 500?
Okay, all right. So you rest throughout the night. It's dark, so it's relatively easy to sleep, except for Ishi. You always have a little bit of trouble because your natural cycle is inverse of the people you hang out with.
Yeah, I'm nocturnal.
Yeah, so it takes you some work to get to sleep, but eventually you do, and you all rest, and I think you don't hear. It sounds like the Terra folk are diurnal. You don't hear them flapping around outside during the night. So,
Okay.
So nothing interrupts your rest.
Okay.
Well, as the sky starts to gray with dawn, we shrug on our packs and
Let's be on our way.
Yeah.
the video gamer in me looks at this thing of like, there's a little cliff edge that wraps around out of sight, and I'm like, there's totally a secret power up around the other side of the thing.
Yeah, go the long way.
question.
Yes.
I still have to cast the water thing, right?
You don't have to do it now. You just do it sometime before the end of the day.
Yeah, leave it for now.
Just don't
Okay.
blow. If you blow all your spells and we get to the end of the day and you have no water, then yes, that's bad.
Okay.
But you actually have some flexibility. You don't have to cast it now.
Okay.
So Little Fox, you step out. This ledge is just barely 5 feet wide. Wind is blowing past you. The ladder you were standing on is a down ladder, but it does not go all the way down. It extends a ways and then is broken off.
Right. So this is why we couldn't come up this way.
That's right. That's why you couldn't come up the outside. So there's
So there's another ladder around one of these sides.
and just for your vertigo purposes, you're 160 feet off the ground now.
It's very high up.
That is-
Not
I
that
don't
Little
have
Fox seems to notice or care.
Yeah,
Um,
quite high up.
I don't have any problems with height.
I think I can probably make my way around the edge of this.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably.
Little Fox is just gonna go. What is this? What is this rolling that happened?
I was trying to see the syntax for how much average falling damage we would take, but it's not an X for multiplication.
So here, I'll bring everybody so you can
Yep.
see the outside map again.
So again, we're gonna do some stuff with rope. So I'm gonna tie a rope around Ishi's waist and the same rope around my waist, and let her go around.
Go
So that if she
around,
does
yeah.
fall, she won't fall all the way.
Okay.
She'll get hurt, but like not splat.
Yeah, we'll
on
like bounce off the walls and stuff, but
yeah, and we'll do our best to not let that happen.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Ishi, you start to head out there.
Yeah. I circle around the tower towards that ladder on the outside that we can see there. Like I want to go over here, basically.
Okay. So you start to make your way out, and yeah, it's like wind like blowing past you and like pushed up against the wall, and your cloak's fucking flapping. Your stolen von Saberberg cloak flapping in the wind. You start to squirm around the other side, and yeah, there is a ladder there. and you can, if you want to, climb up.
I'm gonna wait for my companions at the foot of the ladder.
That ladder is it's like 90 feet up, and it's
Yeah.
old. It's an old looking kind of rickety ladder. Yeah.
So the key with all these ladders is obviously to send the heaviest, largest person up first, because if I can make it, great. It'll definitely support all of you. And if I can't, well, you don't want to leave me behind anyways, right? So
yeah.
So
But also,
Ishii
it's
gives
all
the tug on the
athletics checks, right? So I can't.
Yeah.
Come
You
in.
give the tug on the rope to like bring me over, and I like come around.
Okay, so who's holding the rope when you go?
It's still tied to me.
Okay, so just the two of you are tied together.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we're gonna, like,
Ishii,
tag team this.
Ishii, when Little Fox is moving, the rope goes from being a help to a liability, because if Little Fox falls, you definitely get yanked off the side of the thing with her. Okay. All
This is a
right.
trust exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the case, but also it's one of those things where, like, if I took it off, that would just show that I wasn't working with my partner.
Ishii,
Mhm.
you see Little Fox moving around the corner. The wind picks up and hits the wall at an angle where it pushes off the wall. You kind of spin your arms a little bit. I need both of you to make DC 9 dexterity saving throws, please.
Okay.
What could possibly go
I'm gonna use
wrong?
inspiration.
Okay, good call. Yep.
Maybe I will do the same, because this is about not killing my friend.
Yeah, Ishii, you got yours, but now this is the important. Okay, all right, good.
Yeah, no, we
All
both make.
So the two of you manage to slam yourselves up against the side of the of Firefinger. The wind howls past you. Nobody falls. The rope is snapping in the wind.
Yeah, and Little Fox just digs her hand into the rock, just and makes eye contact with Ishii, and there's this moment of both of us just being like, "Whoa."
Yeah, we're alive for now.
We made
and
it.
then when the wind calms down, she pulls her hand away from the stone, and some rocks and trickle down off the wall and fall.
Yeah,
and she keeps edging towards you.
We get that looking down Neo on the edge of the building with the
as
stone
the little pebbles tumble.
flying down into the jungle. Yeah. And from up here, Ishii, you can see the places where some of the tree cover, the branches have broken from things falling from above.
Things being dropped in.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna test out the ladder and start going up.
How are you gonna get past Ishii? Because Ishii went out first.
Yeah, well, there's the ledge extends.
Is there further ledge?
Yeah, you can go past the ladder on the other
I
side.
keep going past the ladder just a little bit.
Just a little bit so that I can get started.
Okay. All right.
I untie from her because the rope. I look up and kind of do a little hemming and hawing, and then untie because it's only 50 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Minus what it took to tie around each other. So maybe it does half the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And so she
Sorry. Didn't we at the start of all this tie a rope together to be 150 feet? And wasn't the rope up the ladder advantage on the climb? We need to have a rope helping us up the ladder.
Which is what little
Yeah,
Fox
I think that's what Little Fox's plan is here.
Yeah. So
Little Fox has all the rope. It's just that section was a 50-foot section.
If I were a better former Cub Scout, I would know how much rope a knot would take up.
About 3 feet tying them together, you end up with 147 feet of rope.
Yeah.
Someone actually in the YouTube comments told us it's about a foot.
There you go.
for the knot. Yeah.
Half a foot on both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's fine.
And so, yeah, she spends a little bit of time fiddling with ropes, and then puts the end of one in her teeth and starts climbing.
Okay.
With Ishii holding the slacked coil.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to just chuck the rope down. That's actually kind of dangerous, all this kind of stuff. So there's some managing of the details of this.
Keep it relatively taut and feed it up instead of just
And I feel like this is probably a scene where we see that the two of them can work together very quickly, quietly, just doing stuff with rope and other complicated tasks.
I feel like these skills were honed breaking into building.
Yeah.
Getting over walls
there's a small flashback to
Oh, we just need to get up to that third floor window. It won't be a problem.
Yeah, look, they left it open. Throw me up there.
It's clearly not an issue.
or a warehouse that we wanted to get into and we have to go over a security wall, stuff like that. Yeah. So, and then she just starts hauling herself up this thing, carefully and slowly, testing each rung. and then putting her weight on it, like
All right.
taking no chances.
So it's an athletics check, I think. It was
Using
the check was weird last time. It's
You said athletics using
Athletics,
dex. And I
yeah,
don't
dex
think any of us
athletics.
actually have athletics as a marked skill, so it's just a dex save.
It's just
really.
a dex roll. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I will roll my dexterity.
okay.
Not my best work, but I get
Okay.
an 8.
Yeah. You make it. Just
Okay.
barely, right? There's a few moments of like a foot slipping or whatever as
Yeah,
you.
because the ladder is so janky and
Yep.
weird.
Yep. And when you reach the top of the ladder, there's a little, as you can see, a little outcropping that's like in the real map. It's like 20 feet across.
Yeah. Okay. So there's like a much smaller landing for this one.
Yeah. And then there's a cavern that goes basically straight in. Yeah, basically just like straight into the inside. There's no lip around here, or there's the remnants of a lip that have like crumbled away.
Yeah.
There used to be
been,
like balconies
eroded.
and stuff here, but yeah.
And yeah, like letting out a very quiet like breath of relief. She takes the rope from her teeth and like ties it around her waist and grabs onto it so that she can help people up and like, gets set and solid.
Okay.
And
And-
gives it the tug to indicate that she's ready.
I think that Arcturus like peeks around the corner and he's like trying not to vomit.
Come on, you can do
And
it.
he
I'm
says
going to-
like, I'm just supposed to. You had rope.
Yeah, but now the rope is for the ladder. You just gotta come around the corner. Just be careful.
I'm gonna die.
Yeah, the wind.
Goodbye forever. What do I have to do to get from?
I mean,
here to there?
nothing yet.
Nothing.
We see how your luck
Okay.
is. Okay, the wind is not strong enough to try to pull you
fine.
off of the wall.
It's plenty strong enough to make me feel like I'm gonna vomit.
Yes, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
fun being this high up, and it howls past you, and you sneak past and then get around the corner, and the wind is kind of at an angle where it's coming around that corner that it tries to grab you and like throw you off the wall, but it's not strong enough. You're heavy. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I look to Ishii and I'm like, I don't want to stay out here, and I just like make to go up the ladder.
Sure, you go first.
I'm gonna use
Guidance.
inspiration and
Guidance.
guidance.
Okay.
Dear
Inspiration
Lord.
and guidance. Okay,
I know that
so
I am
it's
far
a-
from your wavy bosoms.
So it's just a dex save, basically.
Everything returns to sea level eventually.
Roll your guidance.
Yes,
Is it a dex save or is it a
well,
dex
it's
roll?
not a dexterity save. It is a dexterity roll plus your proficiency modifier if you have the athletic skill.
I don't.
Okay, so just roll your dexterity.
And I'm using inspiration and I'm gonna roll my guidance.
Okay, so guidance first,
Oh, sorry.
or whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, you have advantage from the rope, right?
Yeah, good choice using.
But I'm sorry. I have armor. Does that
Did you
interfere
have
with
disadvantage last time? I think it's only on stealth.
No.
It was stealth
Okay.
and like drowning, right?
Yeah.
Swimming. Okay.
Okay. So,
All right. If you didn't have the rope, you would have broke the ladder and potentially fallen.
well, I guess like there's a part where I like tug on the rope a little more hard because I feel like the
Yeah, and there's like the scrabbling up top as Little Fox like gets her footing set, like has to reset her footing to catch you and like take that weight on. So
yeah, and Arcturus gets up to the top like in this like 20-foot ledge and like immediately like scoots back to like the farthest point and like sits down and looks like he's probably gonna throw up.
Adam,
Mhm.
just to punctuate this particular moment, can we get a little bit of that wind howling?
Yeah, you want some
Can I just-
ambiance?
Can I just have some of that?
It's beautiful.
All right.
Oh, you think 200 feet in the air, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for the real
All right,
effect,
just in
let's
time for Malik and
all
Ishii
just
to
gently
pull up.
sway back and forth nervously.
All right, and so Malik's still around the corner, right?
Yes.
So is Azaka.
So I go like,
Waiting for.
come on, I'll go last, but you need to come over here and get up the thing.
Yeah, Malik is waiting because Azaka is the most scared of this, so he wants to like let her choose whether she wants to go before him or after. He's trying to be very kind of like.
So you
considerate.
turn to look at her.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's still well inside. Like she's probably like 10 feet back still. And you look at her, and she just looks at you with wide eyes and just does one of these.
All right, Azaka, this is going to be dangerous. And I know you're worried, but I tell you what. Back home, for good luck, my dad showed me this symbol. And if it's on you, it means you always come back safe from an expedition. And he prestidigitates this small, like, script-looking symbol, just like onto the front of her armor, and it like glows like faintly yellow. And he says, "All right, you should be fine now."
She looks at it and looks at you. You want to roll deception?
It's not deception. He's just trying to.
You just lied to her about
straight up
her
told
being
her.
protected. It was like, this is a magic trick, right? Okay, let's see. I'll make a save for her because it specifically calls out on her character sheet that she's like terrified of heights.
And she wants to believe that she'd be safe, though.
Well, she wants to go back down to the fucking ground, is what she
I mean,
wants.
sure. She also wants her goddamn mask, though. So suck
that's the
shit
thing,
off.
right? Okay, so she looks at you, like looks at the symbol, and she shakes her head, and she's like, I can't, and like takes a step backwards, and like stumbles a little bit on one of the Sturge corpses.
Wait a second. Like, his deception roll was higher than her wisdom, so shouldn't she be fooled?
No, it's to give her enough to like get over it, to boost her. Like I gave her advantage on this wisdom roll because he got a 12, and she still only got an 8. She's not brave enough, so she just like takes this like staggering step back and puts her hands up, and she's like, I can't do it.
All right.
Can you make Malik make a perception check for me?
Sure. Oh, I'm bad at this.
Okay, all right. So yeah, she like she's terrified.
All right. Well, wait for us here. Make sure nothing comes up after us. We'll look for this mask. What is it that we're looking for exactly? I'm sure it'll be the only one, but just so I'm sure.
So even with the the dim light, right, coming in from outside as dawn like very gently breaks, you can see on her face a combination of, she's gotten over the fear now that you've told her she doesn't have to climb up, but now it's shame, right? Now she's like, now you're gonna go up there and you're gonna do this thing for me, and I can't help you. And so she's just like, she can't even look at you. She doesn't like make eye contact. She looks down, and she says, the mask looks like a tiger, a cat face.
All right. Well then, we'll do our best. And he dissipates the symbol on her, and just in case it comes up in the future again, he pops it on himself.
Right. Okay.
To kind of keep it up.
I like it. Yeah. So as you turn to go, she starts to say something. She's like, Malik, and then like cuts it off and doesn't finish the sentence. And you hear her walk like back into the cave, and she like snarls out a curse, and you hear her like kick one of the Sturge bodies wetly.
Okay, let's give it a go.
All right. Do you have inspiration, David?
I do not.
Okay, you do now.
Thank you.
All right, let's see how your luck holds, Malik. So the wind is strong, but not enough to push you around.
You're up next, Malik.
I don't know how loud the wind is, but it's kind of loud to Ishi's.
You're up next, Malik.
Yeah. Come on, buddy, you can do it.
I tried as hard as I could. Azaka is terrified. She's not coming with us. She can't. I could see it in her eyes.
Fine, leave her behind. Just hurry up. The rope is just hanging there.
Okay. I'm going to spend the inspiration to do the climb.
Okay.
You
The
already have
rope
advantage,
gives you
so-
advantage, right? So
Yeah, you don't actually have to spend
inspiration is
advantage.
worthless.
Yeah.
So that
Oh, of
does that
course.
mean I still have mine then?
Yes, you do.
All right, and it's just dexterity. Yeah. Whew.
Okay. All right. So Malik, you're gonna make the climb, but in the midst of your climb, you're halfway up. Little Fox and Arcturus, you hear behind you this kind of clicking like noise, and as you turn, you see approaching the entrance an enormous sort of saurian-looking creature. I hope y'all can see that. It's walking on, it's like somewhere between a pterodactyl and a person. It's vaguely bipedal, kind of like hunched over. When it walks on the knuckles of its like wing hands, and then it has like longer back legs. And it's blinking these kind of yellow, milky yellow eyes at you as it comes around the corner out into the light and like cocks its head and looks menacingly in your direction.
Can I try and speak to it in primordial?
I mean, yes, you can
the
say
air
something. You
language
can say
version?
something in primordial if you want to.
I mean, that's the closest thing that I think it would be able to understand, right? Like the language of the air creatures.
Yeah, maybe.
Or whatever. So, I guess like Arcturus like sees it and sees that like little fox has still got the rope around her waist, and Arcturus like raises his hands like not too far from his weapons belt though, and he like starts speaking this language that sounds sort of similar to the rushing of the wind outside. And he says like, we are just here to take something that was stolen from us. We don't mean you or yours any harm. Please.
Okay. So Malik, you as you're climbing, you've looked up and Little Fox and Arcturus are both looking away from you now, right? Like unless Little Fox, are you still focused on? Do you manage to ignore the giant? So these things, so you can see their token size. They're very big.
Yeah.
So have you also like stopped to look at this thing, or are you still looking down at Malik?
She like looks over her shoulder and her eyes narrow, and then she like looks back down really intensely and just starts hauling Malik up the side. Like I'm just gonna pull him up.
Okay. So Arcturus, the creature makes no indication that it can understand you and takes a few steps towards you, kind of like making itself bigger and like flapping its wings a little bit. You can tell it's still groggy from waking up, but it's getting closer, and it opens its mouth, and wet, sharp rows of teeth are visible glinting in the wan light.
Little Fox, you can talk to creatures, right? You should try this one, please.
And yeah, she like, without looking now, it's just like hauling you up. It's like being on an escalator that's going way too fast or something.
By the way, Ishii at the bottom of this is like, no wait, I need the. Come on.
And yeah, so she just like turns to it and like makes eye contact with it and just says, "Settle down. I'm busy. Wait for me." And like is like hauling Malik up.
Wait, when this rope starts hauling, can I like cling onto the end of it?
So Arcturus, no, Malik is too far up for you to you could climb up the ladder after him. But so Little Fox, you turn and you kind of just dismiss it. You're just like, hang on.
I'm like settle down,
Okay.
just settle down and wait. Like
So,
I'm
it-
telling it to like not be in a hurry and not like
Yeah,
rush
it lunges forward, though not to attack, and it opens its beak. You can see its gross pink tongue and like bits of flesh still stuck in its teeth, and it screeches at you at a like massive, horrendous volume. So you and Arcturus both, like your ears immediately start ringing. And yeah, it screeches incredibly loud. You hear everybody outside. You hear a bunch more of those screeches up above, as some more of them like wake up.
Cool. Is Malik up on this level yet?
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can.
I
do
guess
that.
I'm climbing.
So let's
Yeah. Sorry, friend.
Fuck. I'm
Roll.
gonna fall off this tower and
Don't
die.
you have really good dexterity?
You're gonna be
Yeah,
okay.
but that doesn't mean anything when I don't have advantage.
Do you have inspiration? You
No.
spent it.
Yeah,
So-
we both just spent our inspiration.
So let's let's roll initiative, and we can determine what order in which these things occur. It's not necessarily a fight, but this thing is pissed. You've just wandered into their nest.
Mm-hmm.
So let me character sheets here.
Awesome. Excellent.
Zoom in. Okay. All right. Let me roll initiative for these little guys. Okay. All right. Gaberdalin has made a point. If you have advantage, you have inspiration, you can give it to someone else if you're worried
Have
about
mine.
someone else making the
I would willingly give inspiration.
Sorry, what was that, Dave?
Have mine.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll get there. Malik, let's see, did everybody we're missing initiative for Little Fox.
No.
Or sorry, for Ishii.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was climbing up the side, so I went like, I didn't do it. Hang on. I'm sorry, everybody. There we go.
Okay. All right, let me descend that order. Okay, so
I'm also trying to figure out.
whoa, that's a lot of 20s. Okay. So on a tie, I think I get to resolve it.
I thought it was whoever has the highest dex mod.
Highest dex mod is what I recall as well.
Yeah, let me double check here.
So that would mean it would be either Little Fox or Malik because they're both +2.
Unless
Initiative. If a tie.
No, they're +1.
I will quote the rules for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Among GM controlled creatures.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
GM
let's split the difference. We'll go Little Fox, the Terra folk, and then Malik. So yeah, Little Fox. It's basically
we get to decide, Adam.
Oh
It
yeah,
says
yeah. Well,
the
no.
players
So if
decide the order among their tied characters.
Okay, then I'll go, and then you two can go, or vice versa, right? Because like if it's tied between a monster and a player, then I decide the order, and then you decide.
Oh,
what
yeah,
order
sorry.
the two of you go in. Yeah.
Yeah, so we get to decide how we sequence. You get to decide overall where things go. So
Yeah.
it's up to you.
Okay. Well, the only the fairest way is by Dex mod. So I've got a +1. Malik, what do you have?
2.
A +2.
And I have a 2 as well.
Okay, so you two can decide, and then it'll go.
Okay, great.
So who wants of the two of you?
You're
I mean, I
close
think
up.
Malik, at this point, you're being pulled up the top of the ladder. So it's
Yeah.
probably easiest for Little Fox to go first.
Yeah, and
Sounds good to me.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll talk to this thing. I'll try. It's not going to end well because I'm not actually very good at talking, but here I go. So, yeah, she's like, all right, I can talk to you now. And like, hands in a very like gentle, like soothing kind of pose. Not making direct eye contact, but like facing, but like looking a little bit away, like doing a lot of the like ways that you engage with animals without threatening them.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to worry about being bigger or more imposing than this thing because it's enormous.
Yeah,
So,
it's like currently it's undergoing squeezing rules because it's got to squeeze to get out.
yeah. And so, yeah, she just kind of like says some like soothing platitudes at it of just like, no, it's okay. You can just stay asleep. It's fine. Like, we'll be on our way. We don't mean to bother you. And so she's just trying to like talk it down and get it to chill out.
Even though it already like talked to all its friends.
Yeah.
It let out like an alarm shriek.
It's not going to work. It's like buying time so we're all up here, I think is the best we can hope for.
Yeah.
These things,
are
are predators.
she doesn't want to have to kill 1 million animals.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Animal
you're
things.
expert enough to know this is not an animal.
Okay, well then, in that case,
I was gonna say, yeah. So maybe you start that, and then you get a closer look at it.
all of this is actually cover for me smashing it in the face.
These
with a
things
hammer.
are technically monstrosities. They are not natural creatures of the jungle.
So it wouldn't know.
It's not so much. It's not so much that it wouldn't necessarily like yeah, if you treat it like an animal, it's not gonna work the same way.
Yeah. So she starts talking at it and like advancing as if she's non-threatening, and then just like get it with the hammer.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so you can go ahead and move yourself.
And she will just like rage and go at this thing.
Yeah. Since it's squeezing, you have advantage.
Great. That's good news for me because here I go. I hit it with a 24 if that hits it.
Here I go, mauling again.
And I do 11 damage.
Okay. All right. So you swing the hammer and crash into this thing's body. Its bones, because it's a flying creature, right, are hollow. So you like snap a bunch of it, and it cries out in pain and anger, and and like tries to grab your hammer, and gets its big sort of Sauron face up next to you.
Yeah, and it's as much like wrestling match as hammer beat down, and this huge thing, and her just like tangling, and she's like grabbing at its face and trying to smash it with a hammer. Yeah.
Okay.
And they're both screaming at each other.
Yeah. Malik, as part of your move, you can move that 5 feet up off the top of the ladder, but you're coming up over the ladder as you start your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I climb up the top of the ladder. I see that, and then hear the combat starting. So, a new spell we haven't seen from him before, but he like holds his hands together, does a few like symbols, speaks some words, and as he draws them apart, there's like lightning pulsing between his fingers, and he spins it out and round, and I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Nice.
Pew! It's 14 hit.
Yes, it does.
Okay, great.
What's giving you advantage in that roll?
It's squeezing.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, max damage. Nice.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So you kill it.
It's
Oh, I kill it.
Yeah.
Real lightning.
Yeah. They're fairly fragile. They're big, but they're fragile. So you blast it, and it's clinging to Little Fox, clawing at her, and then as bolt of lightning strikes it, and it falls over backwards, smoke drifting from its nostrils.
So this is of course the moment where like you can see Little Fox's like skeleton highlighted as she's like wrestling it down, and you're lightninging.
Yeah,
it.
totally.
Yeah.
You pull away, and there's little bolts of witch fire kind of like jumping around on you.
Yeah, it stays on it, so it's like a whip, and I draw it off, and it curls back up into my hand into a ball, and I close it.
Awesome.
I am very impressed with your lightning powers.
Okay, let me.
Oh, you do lightning too? Oh, let's talk about lightning.
Right. Okay. So let me.
Don't make fun of me.
It's time for Terra folk.
Okay.
I'm not making fun.
Turns and shouts also down to Ishi. It's like, they're attacking.
I'm doing my best.
All right. So this one, another one moves from the little nest that you've disrupted up towards you, Little Fox. And you can see in the shadows at least two more of them kind of like come like lumbering forward, snapping their beaks and snarling as this one climbs up over the body of the first and snaps out with its.
Oh, this is so bad.
On the plus side, you have them bottlenecked, right? And they're squeezed in. So
this is one of those moments where it's like they're monsters, but also we're monsters. We're like coming into their home. Killing them in this systematic, horrible way.
All right, so it gets to make its regular attacks, but they're all at disadvantage. So it snaps out with its jaws, and then it makes 2 claw attacks. All right, the first claw attack, even with disadvantage, hits you, but it's not a crit. So you take 8 rather than 8 plus 6. You're muted, and you take half that if you're raging.
That's what I was saying. Is I take half that when I'm raging, Adam. That's what
That's right.
Yes, thank you. Great, excellent.
This is one of those moments where I need to be one of them wingling kobolds.
Yep. Okay, so let me put your rage back in there. Not 9 plus. That's not a number. Okay. Great. So,
Didn't Malik already go?
Yeah.
The order's weird.
No, it's fine. I had to reset the order because I added. I just had to make sure these other terraforms.
Okay.
How
Here
far?
we go.
So the ladder is what, 90 feet?
90 feet. Yeah, and if
Can
you don't
I
have a
borrow-
climb moving speed, that means it's difficult terrain.
Can I borrow an inspiration? Because it's going to take me a minute.
Yeah, Malik sent you.
Yes, yeah. Malik spent.
Malik.
Am I going to have to roll
Mallet.
climbing on every...
No,
like-
just the once.
Okay, all right, cool. Here we go then. Hey!
Okay, all right. So
Thank God!
inspired by Malik. All right, so it's gonna take you. Let's do the math. So it's 90.
It's gonna take me 3 turns.
It takes you
to
3
get
turns?
up there with double movement. Yeah.
So it
Dash
takes
out
you
there.
2 turns to get within 30 feet.
Yes.
Okay, because I have the thing that I need to do once you're close enough, but if it's going to take a whole nother turn for you
So
to get,
that's 1 turn of climbing. That's 30 feet.
That is
I'm
1 turn. Yeah.
up right now.
so you're still 60 feet down, which means
Yes.
I can't do bless yet.
Let me just grab you. I'll put you on the ladder here.
Or I could just bless everyone except for you. Bless myself. Can I bless myself?
Just
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
you can.
Okay, well then I'll just cast bless on the 3 of us that are up here.
Yeah.
So it's concentration up to a minute, so that's 6 turns, 10 turns.
10 turns.
Because they're 6 seconds each. So you get to roll a d4 whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw.
Okay, I've
It's
marked.
just like guidance on everything for a
Guidance
while.
for
Yeah.
everybody, for everything.
Well, not everything, but yeah. Okay. All right, so I've marked everybody who's blessed with a blue dot.
Yeah, and it's like for a second, it's like you hear like when you put a seashell up to your ear,
Right.
but it's like you didn't do that obviously, and you just hear like that sound, and I know what it's saying because I speak primordial, but you don't know what it's saying, and it's just like a blessing from the god.
It's saying landwalkers suck.
Yeah. The ocean rules. Okay, do you want to move or do anything else, Arcturus?
I'm gonna stay back. I don't want to get in range of the Terra folk.
Okay. What are you doing, Dave?
You can change the core roll now, so I've changed it to 1d20 plus 1d4.
Oh, I see. I was like, why is that? It shows a 1, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 19 and then plus.
Yeah.
I was just saying.
It's like that's a plus 25. Okay. All right. Little Fox.
Okay, point of order, there should be a space between all the letters in rage in all caps. To
No,
make
I
have-
did it to enrage you.
Yes,
I
that's
thought I
how,
would.
that's
I thought I
how
would help.
know
I thought I would
enrage.
help inspire you.
Slightly irritated.
Yeah.
Yep, that makes me hit
So
for
it's-
extra 2 damage.
It's, it's Little Fox's knuckle tattoo to rage.
Rage.
So I will swing again with my mighty maul. It does a 10 hit.
Mm-mm. Plus 1d4.
Oh, sorry, plus 1.
Yeah, a 10 does not hit, but blessing might help. It's the rage of SpongeBob.
13.
Yes, that's a hit.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Ishtishia, for your blessing.
Yeah, you better thank Ishtishia.
Okay.
Just chill, okay? Just be cool. The thing takes 12 damage.
All right. So yeah, smash. You're just like fighting them. If this one dies, it's gonna be real hard for anyone to get in or out of this thing because they're starting to pile up.
There's like an abattoir kind of atmosphere here of just like
Mhm.
trying to pile this thing into the thing's head or like knock its beak aside and like into the wall. It's horrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the folks,
Don't worry
The-
about me. I'm coming.
the folks who are outside, you hear the high-pitched squall above you, several, maybe 100 feet or so, and you see dark forms drop off the edge
crap.
of the outside. And let's see, I think 3 more Terrafolk
Ah.
come flying down from above.
Great.
And yeah, and they come to say
Good.
hello.
Goodbye.
So you're still too far away, Ishi. Like even if they dive it like straight down, it'll take a second to get to you. But Malik and Arcturus, you get attacked. So these two, the trick with them is that these ones they're bigger They are darker color. These ones are like a much darker green. And you realize now that the ones you're fighting on the inside are like the infirm or the elderly Terra folk. These are the grown-ups. And so they come shrieking down from above to make their attacks.
We were fighting old ladies.
It's true.
Good.
That's so rude.
So
Ladies will mess you up. They'll put like soap in your mouth and
see.
shit.
I'm pretty sure it's not rude on our account.
So
We're gonna die.
at a dive bomb, they make it to you because they can fly 50 feet a turn. So they dive bomb towards you, and at the beginning of their next turn they'll get to attack, and then this other Terrafolk will move another 50 and get to attack Ishi. So nobody gets attacked this turn, but you're all like engaged by these ones, so they're coming towards you. All right, Malik, what are you gonna do?
All right. Well, I am going to cast sleep.
Okay.
Because they
Put
fall
the
asleep
flying ones to
while
sleep.
yeah,
And let them fall and take 20d6 damage. Yes.
hopefully.
I mean, but these ones aren't old and infirm. They might have more hit points.
They
Right, but hopefully I can
absolutely
get
have
one.
more hit points.
Hopefully I can get one.
Okay, so you want to center the spell so that it affects like these three.
Yes.
It'll affect you and your friends, but you're hoping that they have less hit points than you do.
No, I can make it further out.
Right, so
that
you want to
it
hit it
works.
out in space. Okay.
Yes.
I think that 99% of being a wizard is just knowing how far away stuff is, and
Oh,
at a
yeah.
glance knowing how much a cube takes up.
Oh
Right,
yeah.
that's what your main stat is. It
Yeah, there is no way that a human just at a glance in a second could cast a spell and figure that out without some kind of magical help.
You realize that most average people have like 10 max in any of these stats.
Yeah.
So like having like 18 int is actually being really fucking
He's a
smart.
genius.
All right,
Ooh,
so your
about-
sleep spell does not affect any of them, unfortunately.
yeah, they have 22 health.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I move in slightly.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
Cursed somnomancy.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
99% of being a wizard is math. The other 26% is magic.
As a bonus action, I'm going to
God damn
spin
it.
my sorcery points into another spell slot, so I still have 2 left.
Right, and that's a bonus action. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
It's all there for it.
All right. So the Elder Terrafolk, there's only one that can act. The two behind the one that you're fighting, Little Fox, are just like snapping their beaks and like crying out angrily, trying to get past this first one to get at you. And they're all riled up by the blood and the fighting and the screaming. So the one that you're fighting is going to make some attacks on you. Still has disadvantage. So bite attack. And then 2 claws. That claw hits. You take 4. Second claw attack is a miss.
Yeah, so I take 2 damage.
Yeah.
'cause-
So this one, like they're trying to, it's kind of like if it wasn't you fighting for your life, it'd be kind of sad. Like they're trying to, he can't spread his wings, and they keep catching their claws on the ceiling and trying to get at you. And there's like bits of stone flying everywhere as he tries to snap at you.
and she's like punching at them and like
you got its
pawing
head like
the
punching
away,
you in the
like,
eyes.
I
really-
do not have any sympathy for the Terrafolk. Kind of sad. We're about to get thrown off a goddamn tower.
Cool. All right. Ishi, you spend your turn climbing.
I climb, I guess.
Now you can,
I
if you,
cer-
now if you
do I
want
certain
to, if you want to fight this thing while you're holding onto the ladder, you can get rid of your shield, right? Because you don't have your shield on, but you can leave your shield on your back. You could draw your rapier and hold onto the rungs with one arm and fight if you want, or you can keep
Am I
climbing.
going to make dexterity checks doing that, or
I think if you take damage, it might provoke like a dex save.
so I'm gonna take one either way because I can't get my shield out to defend myself. So I might as well start fighting. From
Yeah, the
here.
only thing is if you fight, you can't double move, right? You could like climb.
But I can single move
15
and
feet. Yeah.
and be helping rather than double move
Sure.
and not be helping.
Yeah, so you started with 90 feet, right? I'm gonna use the red box on the map for this. So you started at 90, and then you climbed
15.
You climbed 30,
I climbed 30 and then 15 extra.
and then
on top of
15
that.
this turn. Okay, so I'm actually gonna take it out of the initiative order.
Hanging on the thing. I'm just gonna try and stab.
Ah! Okay. Now there isn't any in range, but you see one dive bombing towards you.
Can I shoot it with a crossbow?
Shooting a crossbow one-handed.
From the
I mean, it's a light crossbow.
Yeah, I mean
It's not
you
a
can. You can. Sure, if you want to. It will be on top of you in a second.
Then I wait, I
me
guess, and I wait with my sword.
I think the held action with the rapier is probably your best bet because
even a light crossbow is two-handed.
I brace on the ladder and prepare to die.
Okay, so when it gets within range, you will make an attack on it.
Yes,
That's your plan. Okay, all right. Brave little kobold. Okay, Arcturus.
That's my turn. No, I'm kidding.
So these let me find a way to indicate. So like this one and this one are like at level with you.
Okay.
So you're able to move now, but it'll be your last opportunity before you get engaged. And this one is the one that's diving towards Ishi.
So I guess like I look back at the crowd at the mouth and like yell at Little Fox and I guess now Malik, and I'm just like, we need to get in there. I don't care what's in our way.
Push through.
Yeah. So I don't like, is there any way to get off of this?
There's nowhere to go.
through these Terra folk in the cave is a way.
But we can't do it right now. I'm going to take an attack and then we're going to lose our blessing.
Yep.
Concentration checks are pretty easy. I mean, you can attack this one that's in front of you, right?
The other option that is always an option is the dodge action. If you feel like you want to create disadvantage for these things, just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a +4 to hit. And they've been rolling 3 attacks.
Don't even math Adam's rolls because he'll hit you like 8 times.
Okay, well, here's what we'll do. We'll take a break here. You can ponder as a group your overall strategy, and we will come back and we'll continue Patera fight when we return.
This time, can you not say your strategy is one thing and then change it after I take my turn? Because that was stupid.
I can do whatever I want.
All
right.
Noted.
Stick around. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere or get killed by Terra folk. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the thrilling and hopefully not splattering conclusion of today's episode. There are Terra folk every place. They're just flying and shrieking. And Arcturus, what are you going to do?
Hook us up, Arcturus.
I look down at Ishi and I look back at these giant fucking terrible monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a moment where Arcturus is like, you know, if I was more selfish, I would just run and push my friends and try and get as far into the cave as possible. But
You wouldn't get
also, I'm you know, kind of like I gotta be the better person, and I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on the one that's attacking Ishi.
Okay.
You're like the most noble and awesome among us.
Yeah, good thing you're not shellfish.
Goodbye.
You just jump off the cliff now.
Yes.
I don't
Okay.
want to live in this world anymore.
I don't want to live anymore. So I'm gonna cast this, and then I get to roll 1d4 to add to my attack.
You do.
Well, it still hits, but
Yeah, you hit. Which one was this? I was
the one
too busy
attacking
dying
Ishi.
of my own shitty
The
puns.
one attacking
Oh,
me.
so it hasn't attacked you yet. There isn't one attacking you, but the one that will be. So this one.
Yes, that one.
The one that's flying down to attack Ishi.
Okay.
It takes 17 radiant damage.
Okay. All right.
And I get advantage on it next time.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does that look like? What does your guiding bolt look like?
It's like a god ray. You know, when it's all like cloudy and then the clouds clear and there's that one like, like a light.
Shaft of light, yeah.
It looks like that, except for it hurts.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. So the Terra folk screeches in pain and kind of like spirals a little, and looking for what hurt it, but doesn't see anything. And yeah, now you have advantage when it is your turn. Do you want to do anything else, Arcturus?
I can't move any further into the cave.
Yeah,
so
there's nowhere to go.
yeah,
Okay.
there's nothing.
Little Fox.
Keep beating.
Yeah, we're gonna get inside this cave.
Well, so remember, like I said, if you kill this Terra folk, the hallway is officially blocked until you do something about it because there's two large creatures piled on top of each other.
I will continue smashing for
Gross.
now.
Wait, is
You
it
will-
better to?
Okay, you hit.
For 14 damage.
Yeah. All right, that's 2 down.
So
It's
here's
plugged up.
my thinking on this. Right. So now we have this blocked space, and Little Fox has exactly one tool and is raging.
Mm-hmm.
So she's probably just going to try to keep smashing these things until they are such a like pulped, disgusting mess that there is a way in.
Okay.
And is that something that I can like spend some of my movement doing?
No,
Is,
not
like-
movement. That's an action. Trying to break down bodies with a hammer. Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, just checking how.
Totally. Yeah. You could use your action to make like an athletics check to dig with a hammer, I guess. The other Terra folk, yeah, we'll see what they end up doing. But yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, you're raging. That totally makes sense. Okay. So the flying Terra folk. Let's deal with yours first. So that
Okay,
one.
so it comes within range. I stab it because that's what I had prepared to do.
Sure.
So I have advantage. Rapier 21, then 12 damage to it.
Okay. All right. So you kill that one before it gets a chance
Yes!
to attack you. Nice work.
Yes, the plan worked, everyone. The plan worked.
All right. So that one, yeah, it comes diving down towards you, spreads its wings to kind of like slow it so it can grab you off the ladder. And what happens?
I feel like there's a
Lesson
moment
29.
where the light from the guiding bolt is like shining on this
It's
huge
all
wing,
backlit.
like coming down towards me, and there's this point on it that lights up like a boss, like a vulnerability boss.
Yeah, one of his beady yellow eyes.
and Ishi just goes, closes her eyes, and goes,
Fucking awesome. Yeah. And so I think the thing crashes into you, right? Pins you against the wall, but you don't feel its claws. You don't you hear the claws scratch against the wall beside you, and then it falls away. And when you open your eyes, you see it spiraling down and then crash into the canopy hundreds of feet below.
I meant to do that.
Okay, so the other two Terra folk, the other two adult Terra folk, one is going to attack Malik. So it flies down and tries to grab at you with its claws, and then the other one attacks Arcturus. These guys have a move, dives and then makes a melee attack. Okay, so if you get hit with this first attack, you are frightened until your next turn. So let's see if that works. Hence
So spoopy.
Hence the terror part. All right, so it's a bite attack.
It's not terror, it's Terra.
That's right. You become terrorized.
Who was that again?
That was Malik.
Okay.
Please reroll,
Okay.
friend.
All right. Here's the second attempt. All right. So how does your luck protect you from this terrifying attack? Like basically what's happened is it's jumped off the edge and it's tipped forward, pulled its wings, and it's doing that like flying down at you at full speed.
Yeah, as Malik cowers back to try and dodge it, the claws hit the stick he's got, which the lanterns are hanging off of, and just instead of going and grabbing onto his shoulders, it hits that and snaps.
Oh, the frame of your backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the middle of its jaws hit the backpack and it snaps its teeth right in front of your face, and then with a gust of wind pushes itself back, and then its two hind claws slash out at you. Awesome. Yep. Okay, let's have that. Let's have those two attacks. So the back claws, these do not cause these don't cause the fear.
Just pain.
Yeah, just pain. All right, so the first one's a miss, and the second one is a hit.
Okay.
But not a crit.
For 3 slashing.
I can take 3 points of damage.
Okay. All right. So they've done their dive bomb and then pulled up and are basically just flapping his wings, cawing and snapping its teeth and trying to claw you. Now this is your Arcturus. This is your fear attack. It's the bite. And it's a hit.
Okay.
So you're going to take some piercing damage from its teeth. You take 7 damage.
It's going to take some this.
Okay. So you're going to use Wrath of Storm. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And you're frightened until... I should have read the whole thing. You're frightened until the end of your next turn.
And I also have to make a con save.
What's the con save for?
My blessing.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, so it takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage on a failed saving throw, and it's a dex saving throw versus my spell DC, so that's 13.
Okay. It fails.
So 2d8, and it's that static shock.
So it bites you and doesn't realize that you're fully charged. Okay.
So it takes 10 damage.
Yeah. So it snaps into you, and then it's like you watch an animal like a dog try to go after a porcupine or something, and it's just its jaws hit you. There's a sudden jolt of lightning, and it snaps back and beats its wings in confusion.
And then I con save.
And then you need to con save. Yep. Yeah, static shock to the teeth. Okay.
I'm fine.
So the spell stays, but you are frightened.
Okay, so I just have to try and get away from it?
So frightened means that on your turn, you cannot move closer to it willingly, and you have disadvantage as long as you can see it. You don't have to try to run away. This thing is the horrifying angel of death.
I mean, it is a horrifying angel of death.
I agree entirely. Yeah. Okay, so that's it for those adults.
It doesn't try and claw me?
Oh yeah, that was just the first attack. That's right. It would.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Is it a dive bomb or multi-attack, or dive bomb and multi-attack?
A dive bomb and multi-attack. It's if it moves 30 feet and then hits, then it does the thing. It's just only on this
first turn thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, he could disengage, fly up, and then dive again. But we'll see what happens this turn.
That also hits.
Okay, so the claw hits for 7. Are you still up?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the second claw doesn't. Okay. So what is Arcturus? Are you standing and drooling? Are you
running away,
prostrate, beg for mercy?
Arcturus probably the thing hits him. He just sees this whole giant maw of teeth, and probably flashes back to some kind of experience as a child with a shark.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of he goes like against the wall of the thing.
You try to find some coral to hide under.
Wide-eyed and like trying to like. I mean, I guess like I would like try and like hide.
Yeah.
And so that's gonna help, but like.
Yeah, just like cowering behind under your shield, right? Like
Yeah.
the most convenient thing to hide behind.
Yeah. So these things, the Terra folk, they would be, I guess, like they would be like dark green on top and then like quite light underneath. So if you're looking at them from underneath, they look more like the sky, and if you look at them from above, they look more like the canopy. And that's the same as like in the ocean, right? Like that's why sharks are like white on underneath. So yeah, it's totally just like being attacked from above by a predator. You need to make one more con save for that second claw or that first claw attack. You're good. All right, cool. All right, Malik, it is your turn.
Okay, so I see Arcturus is really rough right now. And the thing's already taken 10 points of damage.
And they have in between 22 and 27 HP.
Right. Right.
So at most, it has 17 points of like HP left.
Yeah.
This is the thing that I really like about this particular group of people playing D&D with y'all is that you go hard on the in-character stuff, but when it's a fight, it's like, all right, we are going to figure this out.
I don't want to die.
I love it. No, it's perfect.
Tactical gameplay.
Yeah, I love it. You're switching back and forth between the styles of Dungeons and Dragons very seamlessly. I like it. I was just calling it out as a thing I enjoy.
I'm in melee with the Terra folk, technically.
You sure are, yeah.
Well, I thought you said that it backed up.
Well, that's all flavor. They're not they haven't disengaged from you.
I'm going to fire all 3 bolts of magic missile into the one that's fighting Arcturus.
Okay, sure.
Fingers crossed on a decent damage roll.
Yep.
Garbage. Oh no, it's really good.
13.
13. Is it dead?
No, it is not.
So it's got like max 4 HP left.
Bolts of hot sand turn into glass in midair and spear the Terra folk, who, though his wings be shredded, he yet lives.
Yep.
All right, it's me. It's my turn.
It's not you yet. It's the elder. Then it's you.
Oh, because they have a better mod. I'm just not on the initiative order.
Oh yeah, where did you go?
Little Fox. I disappeared off of it, but I had a 20.
The bottom.
Oh yeah, you got moved down. Okay.
It got kind of messed up.
Yeah, you got shoved at one point. Okay, you're back where you belong. Yeah.
Are we gonna have the old Terra folk act first, or me?
No, it should be you.
It was you.
Okay, cool. So she like takes a swing with her hammer, like one last swing at this like one that she just killed, and the hammer just like wedges into its meat stuff. And she like sees that it's not moving and gets like angry and like turns and like snarls and just like pulls out a javelin and just hucks it at this one that's fighting.
Right, so you just turn around and throw it.
Yeah, and
awesome.
At this one, the lower one, like because she's just like furious that she's out of targets here.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, go ahead and make that attack. Turn it back that way. All right. Oh yeah, definitely a hit. All right. So you hurl the javelin and Malik.
For 11 damage.
Yeah,
Just
Malik,
like,
you hear it whistle past you. There's like a sharp like of air.
Yeah, it's like perilously close to Malik's head and then also to Arcturus as it flies into the thing.
Yeah. Now hold on. You were shooting this way, right? At this one?
No, at the other one.
Oh, okay. You have not as you don't have. I don't think. You have a clear shot here.
I mean, it's huge, right? This is the thing.
It definitely has cover, but you rolled a 25, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah, and it's real. It's a big cube of space, right? Like it's a massive thing.
Yeah. You're still mostly blocked to its center mass, right?
But
anyways, a 25 makes it so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, she just like hurls it like a laser beam, like perfect, like no drop, no anything.
There's like a slight wobble of it in the air. As
like the javelin distorts under the load and just piles into the thing.
Yeah, so it whips through the air between the two of you, and then thunks into the Terra folk and kills it. Arcturus, because the source of your fear is dead, you're not under its effects any longer. You watch the Angel of Death spiral away into it like bounces off the wall and then tumbles and crashes into the jungle.
I love the mental image of like the javelin hitting it with a wet thud and it just like spiraling away.
Its wings falling and it tumbling backwards.
On the ladder, like
it gets hit, but I've pierced through like one of its wings like 3 times, and it rips as it tries to flap and regain.
It's flapping a few more times, and then the javelin's the last straw. Nice. Okay. All right. So the elder terrafolk on little claws make their way back this way
to the secret other exit.
Wait, that one was dead. The one you just moved.
No, there's 4.
Oh, they're stacked on top of each other.
There's many of them stacked. So you
of
see movement behind this pile of bodies, maybe out of the corner of your eye, and they head out. They head out back. So let me
Go around back, son. Get the side door. Get out there. Fight them.
Okay.
I'm just picturing like cranky old.
Get
out there. Go around the back door. The back door is far away. I don't want to do it.
So you can hear them making low, kind of rasping clicks and chirps at each other, and making that kind of like pterodactyl like noise to one another. There's more screeching from up above in response. Ishi, you want to spend your turn climbing?
I climb. Yeah.
Okay.
So now you can get 30.
Yeah, you're 15 feet from the top now.
Yeah.
Arcturus?
I would like to not have 3 hit points.
Okay.
So I only have 1 spell slot though, so it's either I try and heal myself or we have water.
Well, if you all die, you won't need water, so.
I mean, like, I'm putting it to the group. What?
Oh yeah, water won't kill us the way
It's secondary.
damage will kill us. Yeah, like we'll manage.
But also, then all I'll have is my weapons.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I mean,
could
do you
guiding
have a-
bolt the last guy instead. Does anyone have any ability to heal?
I have a potion.
Yeah, once Ishi gets here. If you're confident that you'll like one-shot this thing, then blast it with a spell. If not, heal yourself, and then you can keep hitting it with the hammer and stuff.
I mean,
I
I'm. What you just?
I just
Sorry.
hit it and keep the spell slot because we can win this fight without you spending the spell slot. It's
But
possible.
I can't get out of range, and if I get hit one more time, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 hit points,
Right, but you can dodge
Yeah.
as well.
If
so then I can't hit it.
Yeah. So you're not going to, you have 1 turn, you're not going to get to do everything. You can use Healing Word, and that's a bonus. And then you can take an action, which is either you hit it or you dodge.
Dodge, yeah.
Up to you. I won't make a decision for you. I won't try and make the case for one. Totally up to you.
I'm just saying that, like, if I
any-
don't heal
any-
myself, if I don't use that last spell slot to give myself some HP, we have no other options to heal me,
No,
and we'd be 1 person down.
You got to
Any-
heal. Someone has a healing potion.
I have a potion. I am 15 feet from the top. If you go down this turn, I can pick you up the next one. But any choice that you make here is fine. Whether we have the slot or not is not important, based on that I would like to survive the fight, basically.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. I mean, us being alive is job 1. So
Yeah.
do what you think will best.
I would heal yourself and take the dodge action personally, because I think it's gonna go for you. So,
Well,
but it also has Malik in range, I guess.
yeah.
This is the one that was fighting Malik. We'll see if it like is zeroes in that way.
All right. So dodge action just gives them disadvantage on hitting you.
Any attack they make.
Okay. I think that I'll save the spell slot, take the dodge action, and just cower in fear, basically.
Okay.
Sure. All right. So any attacks against you
that's a
are
good choice, too.
disadvantage. Okay. So the Terrafolk, he'll make his beak attack on Arcturus. And then depending on how this goes, he'll try to choose other attacks. Okay. So he lunges at you. You have a shield, right?
Mhm.
All right, so he lunges at you with his beak and just like bang, hits against the shield, knocks you back, makes a couple of other quick jabs at you, but realizes that you're covered in armor and you get your back against the wall with the shield, and then turns his attention on Malik, and he'll make the 2 claw attacks on Malik. So the first claw is a miss, and the second claw, ooh, you're lucky, also a miss. Okay.
Yep.
So, up above, you hear the
17 other Terra folk.
you hear the screeching of Terra folk as the last sort of wave of them let go of their perch. So
Are these the old ones?
This is more good ones, I think.
From here, it's hard to tell. But they're
Are
all.
you sure it's not? Are you sure it's not the Eagles, Mr. Frodo?
They're all.
Is that the Eagles come to save us?
Yeah, Hotel
Nothing
California
but
starts to
anyone.
play.
Gotta
Cool.
We
Okay.
have to get inside.
I open a loot box to summon
All right,
eagles.
so these ones leap off the edge, dark shadows appear, and with a screech, they pull into a dive and start hurling towards you. But they're all 90 feet up right now, so that is it for the Terra folk that are available. Malik, it is your turn.
Okay.
There's one more that is within range before the other ones.
Right. There is, but we really need to get inside. We can't take another wave. If this was it, then I think we could have just done it, but I don't know if we can take another wave.
Mm-hmm.
How late is she tank some? I don't know.
You're muted, Elf.
Once I get up there, I can tank a couple hits. I've got an 18 AC and 23 HP. Like I just can't get up there. Like that's the issue.
You'll get up there at the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah, I mean 15 feet
Yep.
from the top right now. So
Yep. So 1 move. Oh wait, what's your movement rate?
30.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure.
Kobolds move at 30 feet. Yeah,
Okay.
They scurry.
they're small but scampery.
Let's just try and kill it as fast as humanly possible. I'm going to cast another. Actually, it's in melee, right?
That one is in melee range with you. Yep.
Do I have inspiration? No, we
Yeah,
used
you
it.
gave it to.
You have blessing.
Do have blessing.
Mm-hmm.
D4 plus.
So that's +4 to whatever attack roll you make.
Plus D4.
Yeah. So
Um,
potentially. Up
Okay.
to.
So what are you doing, Malik? You got to decide.
Magic missile.
Okay. On the one in front of you.
Yes.
All right. Go for it.
Ooh.
All right. Nice. That
That
is
is
max
nice.
damage.
Nice.
That is the most powerful magic missile you could cast.
Damn.
Cool. Yeah, three perfect shards of molten glass find themselves in this Terra folk's body. He is gravely wounded. His blood boils as it seeps from the wounds you've created. And you've done your thing. Little Fox, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna move to this little corner here and kind of mess with Ishi.
No.
If you stand there, Ishi can't get up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Push
but if I
through.
stand here, I can murder this Terra folk.
Yeah.
Or you could push through into the cave and let Ishi take the terror.
The problem is it's going to take several turns of like digging to get through the bodies of those.
Well,
Yeah,
but
those
people are
terrifying.
going to come at us
can-
anyway.
You can move,
hit.
attack, and then move again. Yep.
Okay.
And you
Yeah,
can move
exactly.
back, and it's only one
Yeah.
hit.
So she just like pulls her hammer, having javelined the other one. She like reaches back, pulls her hammer out of the gory mess in the cave entrance, and just like runs past Malik and just starts like swinging at this thing as it's like snapping at him. Also, hilariously, I was down in a park earlier today, hanging around some pelicans, and like. The extent to which they are just this is incredible. Like
you hit one of
it's
those
so
with a
perfect.
hammer.
And yeah, I fought them on a
Chasing
cliff
one
edge.
around with a two-handed sledgehammer. Cool.
But yeah, I have like this great context for it. It's so funny. And the pelicans are weird.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So weird.
Stop being rude to the pelicans.
All right, you hit.
I hit it for 13 damage.
Well, if you were not raging, you would not have killed it, but you are, and you did.
I'm so angry though.
bam, and you just
it, like,
crash your hammer into it.
It comes at Malik again, and she just like grabs its neck and like slams its head into the ground, and then just like pummels its back with the hammer in one hand,
and then throw it off the edge.
And then just like chuck its ruined body off the cliff edge and like
yeah. You're covered in Terra guy blood. Okay, and then do you want to finish your move? There you go.
And then I poop over here.
Excuse
she
me,
just
Malik.
starts like punching the bodies and trying to like pull them out of the way.
Okay, Ishi, it's your turn.
I scrabble up the rest of the way to here.
Okay.
Pull myself onto the lip like, oh god, I made it. And then prepare to stab anything that comes in melee range.
Okay, so you can hold your action in case anything comes into range. Okay,
Yes.
I'm gonna take the bodies of the dead ones off because they've fallen. Just keep them out of the way. All right, Arcturus.
I look back at the rest of my party and say, like, any progress on getting us off this cliff edge, please? While he's like cowering behind his shield and like, ah. And I guess I will also hold an action to whack at something.
Okay.
You can dodge again if you're worried.
I am worried, but
Okay. Fair.
Okay. So
Okay. Held action for Arcturus there.
wait, does a held action take up my reaction?
It does.
it does.
Yes.
Then I'll dodge.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. All right. So they fly above you, but don't. They're setting up their dive bombs for next turn. So they're still about 40. They're still 40 feet above you.
Okay.
Malik.
Can I see now whether these are the older ones?
You could. It's dim light. You could make a perception check with disadvantage if you wanted to figure out.
Would that be my action?
No, that's fine. You can just make it.
Okay.
Say DC 12.
Perception with disadvantage.
Yes.
Yep.
Because it's dim light, right? It's dark out.
Phew.
No, they're just big dark shapes.
Yep.
Hit him with some fire.
Okay. I have no spell slots left, even using Font of Magic, so it's time for firebolts.
Okay, which one are you targeting? You can see them. You can see them all pretty equivalently. They're just like coming up over the edge and then flying down towards you.
One of the ones attacking Arcturus, presumably
The farthest one. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. Yep. So an 18 hit.
Yes, an 18 is a hit. That is so confusing. The like red from the one.
Yeah.
Sorry, do you want me to take that off and just roll the d4 separately?
No, it's fine. It's just I keep forgetting that you have it automatically added to the blast.
It's 8 points of fire damage.
All right, cool. All right, so that one, you hurl a firebolt up at it, and it burns and singes the thing, and it lets out this deep kind of rasping noise that sounds different from the other ones. And as you kind of squint at it in the light, you can see that this one is bigger, and when you illuminate it briefly from the fire, you can see that it has this like terrible white scar running from the top of its head down between its eyes, down its neck, and across its belly. And it's got all these like battle wounds.
Oh god, we haven't even got to the boss battle
And it just
yet.
lets out this like deep, like angry roar. Little Fox, what are you doing?
Okay, Adam. So talk to me about what my task would be here to get us into this cave.
Each body needs to be either pushed in further in or thrown outside. Throwing outside would mean pulling them through and past your friends. So pushing them in is just going to mean like an athletics check. You could try to like get underneath and push both at once, but that's going to be much more difficult. You can try to jam them to the side where they came from, but that also is going to be basically shoving a corpse around. Big, heavy corpse.
I'm having some like Darkest Dungeon vibes where like, oh, we got to deal with the corpses now.
You got to shove the corpses back. Yeah.
But
you've got advantage while you're raged, so.
Exactly. Yeah, I was thinking I will
You
try to move.
You ever seen
both.
those like strong person competitions where they like pull a plane with their teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Adam,
Yes.
a further advantage that I have is that my push, pull, drag, and carry weight are all as if I was a large category creature.
Yep.
I'm a firbolg.
Yep.
So yeah, I feel like she's totally set.
The game can only give you advantage once, so you definitely have it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dave,
so
you're gonna
lead
suggest something?
Yeah, the thing is, we won't be able to dodge these attacks. I don't know whether getting in afterwards is now worth it. When it was potentially removing combatants, it was a better option. I don't know whether it's worth it for you to go out there, make yourself big, make yourself scary, and wait and just try and fight them. It's your call, obviously, but I'm just saying we don't gain as much as the fight's going.
Short term, you're absolutely right, Dave. Long term, if we can pin this thing in there, we have advantage to hit it. It has disadvantage to hit us. Like, we want to fight it in there.
That's true.
This is my thinking, right? Is that we get like a tactically advantageous.
That's totally reasonable choice.
And I'm a big dumb single-minded barbarian, so I'm gonna do this. So strength check with advantage.
Yeah, you're basically shoving an inanimate target.
It's just like a big beanbag into a.
You will also lose rage.
I'll have to activate rage again, but I'm gonna lose it either way because I won't be able to do damage on my turn unless I go out there and they hit me. And I have an extra charge, so I'll just get a fresh rage pop up.
Okay, so this is
athletics.
Yeah, this is an athletics check. I'm just gonna set a DC. Now, are you trying to push both? Or you're trying to push the top one off the bottom one?
My thinking is that I am so freaking strong and I have that other thing that it makes sense that I should be able to push both.
I think you can. Yeah. I was just
this is my mindset. Is like she has so many.
And they're not, like, again, I mentioned before, they're not that heavy.
And they're flying.
They're unwieldy. So yeah, I think you can try to push the whole pile.
But
the thing is, with a shove action, you can only push 5 feet. That's if someone's pushing back. I think with these things, you can push them back 10, but they're gonna get jammed up. Like
eventually it'll be a problem.
Yeah. Okay, well, go ahead and
I'm gonna try to push.
We'll say just to get them moving, just DC 12.
Okay, great. Yeah, I got 21.
Nice. Okay. All right. So I'll give you 10 feet. Basically, what happens is it's not about your strength. I'm going to move them so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's this bottleneck here.
Yeah, it's that their cave is really small.
So they get like jammed. This is actually really gross.
It's super annoying.
Like, and then they get stuck in this hole. And there's like, and they like their bones crack and break and get tangled up.
And there's like kicking of it. It's like not all pushing. She like shoves it and then like kicks the stuff and like pushes it.
Just like beating on them with your foot, you're trying to jam 2 enormous pterodactyl men through a hole barely big enough for you to walk through. And there's just bones breaking and stuff like ripping.
Yeah, and she's like crushing them down and shoving and like shouting at these things.
Oh my God. All right, to your right, there's a little campfire. You see that in a little cave next to you.
There's a cute little campfire.
All right.
Just what I needed.
Good work. Okay, so
and so I'm in here. That's been my action.
Yep.
And so I move. I'm just gonna wait in here.
Okay.
Because my hope is to like leave space for everyone else to run inside.
And if you don't take any damage before your next turn, your rage.
My rage will end. I'm expecting my rage will end, but that's okay.
So
I can.
Okay. Ishi, it's your turn.
Do I go inside or do I stay in front of you, Malik? Because I get the feeling that you're going to be left out here.
You're not blocking, Malik.
I will be fine.
You'll be fine? Okay, going inside. So I move to here and then get ready to stab something.
Okay, so it'll get an attack of opportunity.
Wait, are you blocking?
No, you can move through me. You can move through allies. As long as you don't end your turn on top of them.
So it sounds like it is not clear to Elf that that thing is engaging her.
Oh yeah, standing where you are. It's still 40 feet.
You said it was 40 feet in the air.
There's no attack of opportunity.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Great.
Yeah, that was on their turn. They get to do that. Okay, so yeah, you can move, Ishi.
I did. I'm ready.
It moved you back.
Oh. Boom. I'm there.
Or someone moved.
Ready
you
to
back.
stab.
Something happened there.
And to clarify, Malik is going to be fine in character.
Okay. All right.
Is the person answering.
So Isha, you push past Malik and run in after Little Fox, who is like elbow deep in some mangled corpses.
She's still shouting and smashing them, like trying to like punch them through this thing.
Okay,
Calm down. We gotta get these ones. Those ones are dead.
Arcturus, what are you gonna do?
Ah! I run into the cave like with my shield in one hand and my warhammer in the other, and I'm just like
Okay.
making yelling noises.
And do you have an action?
My action is to make yelling noises.
All right. Okay.
Can you get any further into the cave?
Yep.
Yes.
Can you drag me as part of an action?
Can I drag Malik as part of an action?
No. I don't think it would slow you both
Wait.
down. Like I don't think
but
that's
how many feet do I have to move though? Because like even if it slows me down, I take him. So I moved 5 feet. I took him.
No, you don't move him
And
on
then
his.
if I could-
So you would move here.
Yeah.
You would make an action to grapple him,
Yeah.
and then you'd have to
And then
pull
you-
him
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
far
It's
enough
fine.
to get into the.
10 feet.
No, you have to go
This
20
game-
feet to give him a space.
Yeah, and this game isn't built with this whole idea in mind. It's like he gets to move and he moves himself.
Yeah, the
fine.
idea isn't to use your turn to give everybody else other like free moves. I understand what you're saying, but even if we allowed it,
Okay, can I give him my inspiration?
yeah, I mean he won't need it, but yeah, you'd give it to him on a
I
roll.
can't use it on. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't charge
This-
his inspiration.
This is why I asked if you'd be okay, and you said yes, so I moved.
Yeah,
That's
fine.
it.
I know.
So the reason that the ruling is here is normally, yeah, the best you can do is push someone 5 feet, but that's an action. So
right.
okay, so the Terra folk, I don't think all 3 of them can get in to attack you. I think
No.
they can only fit 2. 'Cause they
Two.
can't
Two
overlap.
things.
Okay, so the big guy,
All right, we pray. Everybody, cross your fingers.
the big guy, and the other little one. So let's see. The first thing, the smaller ones are they fly down a little more slowly because their boss, the big dude, he's gonna lead the charge. So he moves 40 feet in a straight line down towards you, and then he makes a bite attack. And if he hits with this, then you're frightened.
Mhm.
He does not. He's gonna claw once. Is that a hit?
That is a hit. Yeah.
Okay. So he claws for 8.
That's more than I expected.
And then his second claw attack, he's not going to claw you. He's going to try to grapple you. So it's an opposed strength check, opposed by your athletics or acrobatics.
Can he do that in place of a multi-attack?
Absolutely. If you have multiple attacks, you replace one of them with a grapple attempt.
Okay, yeah, that's how you kill me. Okay, I might want that inspiration.
That's okay. You only have to beat an 8.
Yeah. Give the
Oh, you
inspiration.
mean
though.
an 8? Isn't it a 6?
Or yeah, 6. Yeah, it added his mod already.
Yeah, you can have it. It's yours.
Okay, I'm going to spend it then.
Okay.
I have guidance. I have guidance.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, you got it.
you
You don't
beat
need.
it
You don't
anyway.
need. You don't
Good,
need the
you
guidance.
beat
The thing is that like he grabs the front of your shirt and like yanks you forward, and you're like about to fall, and then your shirt tears.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got it
sorry,
by-
it
you
was-
got it
Now
by
you have
one.
your glistening bronze scales in the light.
Yeah, it totally rips it open, and everybody sees that he's covered in scales instead of like chest hair.
Okay, so the second Terrafolk, same thing. Dive bomb attack for a bite. If this one hits, it's a frightened.
Reroll, please.
Okay, sure. Alright.
Is that you're too lucky for this one?
So this is my second. This is the second attack. Okay, so same thing. Does 7 damage.
I'm down.
Okay. All right. So Ishi, you see this one fly in, snap at him with its bite, and then the claw grabs him, and you see him go limp and fall to the ground. This Terrafolk uses its other claw attack to grapple and picks him up, but he's used his move for the turn. So basically, the second smaller one is kind of like on top of him. With one claw on the ground and the other claw wrapped around his body. And it looks at you, Ishi, and cocks its head like, "You want some?" And kind of like just like flexes its claws. Malik, can you make a death save?
Yeah, totally.
It's a 20.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
That would be fun. She would wake up in its claws. Okay, it's one failed save.
Sorry, it's. I'll turn the thing off. Do you want me to re-roll or just leave it?
It was a.
I mean, it was a 7 or like, yeah. You don't get blessings on death saves. I don't
No,
think.
I know. I just forgot to turn it off.
Yeah, it's okay. 6 1 half dozen either. But yeah, go ahead and turn it off because
You've rolled 1 on the 1d4 every single time. I don't know if your thing is working.
Do you know what?
So blessed. So
Do you know
blessed.
what? I have another lucky point. I'm going to roll it again.
Hope for the 20.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and no, that's true. Death saves are a saving throw, but it wasn't a natural 20, so whatever. You're good. You got one successful save. You're lucky, but not that lucky, bud.
It was worth a try.
All right, little fox. It is your turn. You have no rage unless you use a bonus action to turn it back on.
Well, no, she like took. This is what I love too. Is she took out all of her anger on the like corpses, right? This like problem because she gets really single-minded, right? So it was like, oh, these like bodies and the thing, I got to deal with it, and then it was done, and she did it, and she turned around and was like, all right, I did it, and now it's like, oh, this is bad.
Little fox.
Like
So
pointing towards them with the sword.
do I go in on this nerd right here?
Yeah, fuck him
I
up.
can shoot a crossbow over your shoulder.
Yeah,
So like,
And
between your
Or
legs.
under your legs, rather.
I just to clarify for me, is there any way to break someone's grapple?
The person being grappled needs to make a roll to get out.
yeah.
I
Or the
think-
grappling thing needs to die?
Yeah, or it dies. Yeah. I would rule that you could try to break it free. Like if you grab Malik and try to yank him away.
Like a post-strength check.
Yeah, you could act for him in this case.
Yeah, just grab Malik and yank.
But killing it is the most permanent solution to the problem.
Yeah, because if I get Malik free of it, like it can just grab him again on its next turn and then fly off. So, and he is not in a position.
If you hit it, I'll try and hit it too. We'll see if we can get it.
I will tell you this: if the Terrafolk gets to go, if it gets a turn, all it has to do is just throw Malik off the.
Yeah, exactly. Right, like it's casually murdered.
Is the Terrafolk the 20 or is it the 2?
It's the 2.
It's the 2.
Okay.
Because the 20 is the elderly
20s
ones.
are the elder ones. Yeah, I can actually take them off because they're not part of this fight anymore.
Great, they have fucked off as they must.
The way okay, yeah, we'll talk about
Yeah.
what happens if you get thrown off the cliff in a second.
So
It does weird things with death saves.
seeing her friend in the clutches of this thing and knowing full well what will happen, she goes into a rage and like vaults over Ishi and does like the like leaping like
It's like drop to the ground.
yeah
Ah!
in a very practiced maneuver, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I roll an 8
You still have bless.
with my blessing. Let's see.
Istishia, carry the blow.
I get an 11 to hit,
Nope.
Oh.
and I didn't have any way of getting advantage for that one. So
Yeah.
and these guys aren't
You can
squeezing.
declare
so-
reckless attack. No.
Oh right, I can reckless. Fuck,
You
I
gotta
keep
do it
forgetting.
before you roll, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, and are you sorry? Did you rage before you did that?
Yes, I'm
You
raging.
need a
And
rage
so
timer. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, Dave.
Okay.
I should have remembered to reckless, and then I would have hit. It's my bad.
Okay. Ishi.
I shoot it with a crossbow and pray.
Okay.
Pachang. Wait, where's the? There
Yep,
it
you
is. 5 damage.
Okay. Hit it for 5. Arcturus.
I realize that I did a bad thing and I peek out in the hallway behind Ishi and
Oh no, Arcturus.
No.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Dragged beneath the waves.
Well,
True cliffhanger.
given that
Wow.
we're coming up on
Yeah,
fire,
we're coming up on our coming up on the end. Oh my god, what a cliffhanger. All right, well, I guess we'll have
we'll
to
have to tune in next time.
we'll have to tune in next time. We have two elves. So Elf, do you want to shout it out for Blue Jay?
Hi, my name's Blue Jay, and you can find me at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. I'm super awesome and adorable, and you should come see my stream because I'm so great.
Fantastic. And Distracted Elf, can you tell us where we can find you on the internet?
Of course, if you need more kobold antics, you can find me, Distracted Elf, at twitch.tv/Distracted Elf, or on Twitter at Distracted Elf, where I am continually kobolding.
Fantastic. Thanks, Elf. Andrew, how about you go next?
I'm Andrew. You can follow me on Twitter at Commuting Crow or on twitch.tv/actualfactual. I made a game called Girl by Moonlight, which is in playtest right now. It is a magical girl tabletop role-playing game. So if you're into role-playing games and magical girl stuff and feelings and whatnot, you can check that out. Who doesn't have feelings?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, do robots have feelings? Dave?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean, I'd really prefer not, however. It seems to be the case. And the feeling right now is fear and trepidation for my impending. Please come back next time to find out what happens to Malik. In the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter at Dave_the_human. And until I announce anything with my Twitch, that is it.
Awesome. Dave, I've added a new character sheet to Roll20 for you, in case you feel like just rolling up a backup character. He's there waiting for you.
Sure.
Thank you so much for coming, everybody. We are sorry to leave you with this unsneezed sneeze, but
Hi.
Hi. You're out of the overlay now. We can hear you, but no one can see you. So I'm
Already shouted you out. It's fine.
We did your shout outs. You're good.
All good.
Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. We've got a bit of a break now because of TwitchCon and some other stuff. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow all these good folks on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at Skinny Ghost, or follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Adam Coble. I, like Andrew, am also doing some game development. I've got a little micro RPG based on my Dungeons & Dragons campaign, Court of Swords, that I'm going to be doing some work on tonight. If you want to check that out, please do. If you don't, that's okay. I still love you. You can find us on twitch.tv/Roll20 app every Thursday, playing my favorite role-playing game, The Burning Wheel. And I hope you will come back and hang out with us once again so we can find out whether Malik becomes splat on the jungle floor or not. I personally am terrified for you, but I guess we'll see what happens.
Terrified, like with a P.
Terrified with a P. All right, everybody. See you next time. Later. This stream is brought to you by Roll20, an easy-to-use virtual tabletop dedicated to making tabletop RPGs accessible to everyone. Join the adventuring party at roll20.net.